5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
Since 1966, Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches has been more than just a place to stay. It's been a place to belong. For children facing hardships through no fault of their own, our ranches provide more than shelter. We offer a warm home, a loving family, and a future filled with hope. With open arms, we welcome these young hearts, giving them the love, structure, and guidance they need to heal, grow, and thrive in a warm Christian environment. Together, we can give Alabama's children the chance they deserve, a chance to dream, to succeed, and to feel truly cherished. Every donation stays within Alabama, directly impacting the lives of the children who need it most. Join us in making a difference. Visit AlabamaSheriff'sYouthRanches.org. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and download our app from your app store. We'd be honored to have you as a part of our mission to lift up Alabama's youth. And remember this, it's easier to build boys and girls than to repair men and women.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome into the program here on, is it Tuesday already? Already flying through the week. Eddie Bader is back in the studio today with me. How you doing?
A little sore, but other than that, I'm all right.
What did you do yesterday to get sore? I mean, if you can't talk about it, if it's not family friendly.
Oh, it's very family
It's family friendly. I thought it wasn't. I thought you were sore for reasons we couldn't discuss.
Oh, no. I had some pine trees dropped over the weekend, and I didn't want to pay the guy to clean it up because I'm a man. I'm going to clean it up myself.
Yeah?
So today, as feel very crippled, as they're doing that yesterday, and they were, since we're on the radio, nobody can tell, they were like 70-foot trees. I couldn't even wrap my arms around them.
Yeah.
In reality,
wait, I don't think that's what it looked like in the photo you sent to me.
No, in reality, they were maybe 35-foot trees, but
still, those are trees you got to move.
Yeah, and I had the tractor, and I was too cheap to pay somebody. But
is it a tractor? Was it a bulldozer? Was it
a
backhoe? It was a tractor.
It's got a front end loader on it,
a front end loader.
Yeah, put the forks on there and scooped it up.
You ever work with a dump truck?
Yep.
Yeah, that's fun.
I have enjoyed it every time.
You ever wonder, there's another life where you just became like a machine operator?
There was another life where I was at.
You were that?
Twice.
What did you
At Alpha Wire. I operated, they called you an operator. You operated looms. You ran equipment.
I meant say you go out to the landfill in Montgomery and you know that massive machine,
that big
compactor?
D1 dozer they got? Yeah, that's pretty cool. I used to have a pretty big backhoe like that too, but I got out of the body burial business, so I got rid of it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's hot. I'm sure it's hard work, but if you're really good at that stuff, that's not the worst job in the world. It's got to be pretty. That's like a little boy's dream job.
Ironically enough, in Vegas and I think a couple other places, they have those that you can take your kids to, like a job site, and you can play with a dump truck for the day or a bulldozer or a front end loader. Yeah, really, really, actually, pretty good idea.
See, I'd like to do it for a day. I'd get tired of it fairly
like
quick.
An hour. You're like, you know what?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm trying not to just immediately jump into the news because, actually, it's not that bad. In particular,
really,
I would call this winning. I would call this a massive cultural victory. You already knew about Stephen Colbert's cancellation, and not just Colbert being canceled. It's not like, he's being replaced.
No, the whole franchise.
A lot of folks are saying, make Tim Dillon host of the Late Show.
I've heard that.
Who, by the way, did a awesome interview with Alex Jones that came out yesterday on the whole Epstein thing.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that. And actually, they have some ideas that I have not just seen on that interview, but around. And you start putting two to two together. You're like, why is Trump acting so weird? Is it about him? No, a lot of these, like the latest CNN attempt to have that person who accused him said I was in the room and they're trying to fix him up with somebody. Yeah. Like that. These are just lame. Like that really isn't working. I can't
believe that they actually get noise, but
something clearly the about face is what a lot of folks are still noticing. Anyway, we'll get into all that. But they're not doing a replacement. They're not making Tim Dillon host of The Late Show. They're not making any comedian host of The Late Show. It's done. The franchise is just done.
Give it a year.
Oh, really?
I think because you know how Hollywood is, they love to throw something in the garbage.
Yeah.
And know it's a good brand. And just to rebrand it, give it a year. Give it a year for all this to go away, and they'll come out with a new host.
You all also have Trump now predicting Jimmy Kimmel's next. And then Fallon soon after. These people were paid millions of dollars, and they destroyed once great TV programs.
Kimmel, yeah. Fallon, I think he's still got some room. Not much, though. I think he's running out of time.
And Fallon at least was silly.
Yeah.
From the get-go. And silly on late-night talk shows can work.
Well, the whole crying thing that Kimmel's done more than one time.
Oh, my God. Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel's just... And Colbert, too. Like, y'all are way too serious to be talk show host at night.
At night. Let's be honest. What you're doing is you're entertaining the last few minutes that people have before they go to bed.
Right.
You're putting folks to bed.
Like, I fell in love with late night talk. This is just my age. Watching Craig Ferguson talk to his gay robot, Jeff. All right. That's what I wanted to see.
Well, exactly. 'Cause it's silly.
Right.
Didn't mean nothing. Yeah.
Right. That's what I want to see. I want to see something that makes me smile. So that's not only is that canceled, though, and I believe the parent company is Paramount.
Yeah. Paramount
cancels Colbert and The Late Show. Did you see who they just renewed to the tune of, I believe, $1.5 billion? Now, Colbert was cost $100 million to make that show a year, was losing $40 million. So it's not like Paramount and CBS and these folks don't have money.
No, they got money.
They just renewed. It's a classic comedy show for 10 new episodes. Only 10 episodes. $1.5 billion.
Ouch.
Who
is this?
Think about it. Who's like a classic comedy that is a bit, has always been a bit politically incorrect, no matter who's in power.
I hate to say it, but I don't watch enough TV to know.
It's a cartoon.
Ren and Stimpy?
No.
Beavis and Butthead?
No, it's been around. It's just been renewed yet again, and it's surviving very well in the internet age.
Oh, I think it's not going to come to me, but yeah, I did see a little blurb on this.
Matt Stone, Trey Parker.
Yeah, they got the restaurant too. South Park.
Sorry,
I just couldn't. I could think of everything but that.
And so I think the cancellation of Colbert, the impending cancellation of these other folks, you're now seeing the renewal of South Park. And it's like, yeah, there are institutions in media that have existed for a long time. And guess what? They're still popular and they're still making money. And I think it is a sign of the times, a sign of the culture, not that like everything's going to go MAGA and Trump's way or everything's going to swing back.
No, but
because of this Epstein thing.
I do see the pendulum swing.
It's more the culture is like, it's that rude mood, questioning authority, having fun and making jokes while doing it. And that is South Park through and through.
Oh, all day long. But I do see the pendulum swinging back. As before, we were just going so hard to the woke, to the ridiculousness of it. But now people have had enough. People just had enough. And they're like, you know what? We don't need to take ourselves that seriously.
Right. And then some people take it too far who are like, that means I can just be like explicitly like the worst person in the world. And it's like, no, you don't.
I've seen that, but I see it both ways.
Lose your humanity.
I see it both ways. When the pendulum swings one way or the other, you bring out the nuts on both sides.
Right. So that caught my eye. It's like, what a moment we're living in where a institution that of late night that Letterman himself really built. He's the one who brought in Craig Ferguson.
Yeah, he's grinning.
Dead. Yeah, I'm sure Letterman is. I'm sure it's bittersweet, though, I'd imagine.
A little bit, but he does have his internet show, which I've watched a couple of different episodes. It's not bad at all. He looks like a homeless guy, but I'm sure in my mind, because I don't think he really wanted to leave. There were some things going on, and I think they were just like, you know what, Dave, we've had enough.
Right. And so to see that dying, and while stuff that Gen X and millennials really love, which is something like South Park, surviving and thriving, I think we're heading in the right direction. I think a great other cultural moment is Shane Gillis hosting the ESPYs and doing it so effectively, like we talked about last week.
So good.
Like seeing that on a Disney-owned property on network TV, I was like, oh, this is, and even if the people in the room don't like it. And I think that's what could be a lot of fun. And in fact, it might create more fun for liberals. You always like to be the transgressive ones, right? What happened to being against the man? When did y'all become the man?
When they realized it paid better.
And so if you lean in, especially to the comedy that makes these people uncomfortable, I think it's a great sign.
Big time.
And of course, you got to wonder which way is the culture going, this way, that way. And most folks are always looking at the politics. And of course, Trump is a huge part of it and has fundamentally changed American politics. A world historic moment. Now, he could screw up, like royally screw up. But I have a feeling, even with the latest, softening over the Epstein story, that Trump still has is in the position, if he isn't already, of being a world historic figure. Not just an American historic figure, but world historic figure, as all these systems break down and whatnot. But it's always fun, instead of looking at American culture through the lens of like politics, like Nixon's in office and I'm not a crook, and then all these memes that still survive to this day. There's another thing going on in the 60s, though, into the 70s.
Sexual revolution.
And the hippies and like the anti-hero rising up. And don't get me wrong, a lot of great movies made then. But the original Dirty Harry, do you remember how I think Roger Ebert, all the major critics, called the original Dirty Harry with Clint Eastwood a fascist film, where Americans love that frickin' movie. And they're like, it's not fascist. We're just tired of letting the dreck of our society be in the spotlight. And not have consequences. What happened to like basic justice and letting a man be, a man to be the sheepdog, be the person that stops the criminal? And obviously it's a movie. It's over the top.
Oh, it's great.
It's great. Don't get me wrong.
Callahan.
Right. And the banter back and forth. I think they brought in Milius as the guy's last name, who, by the way, his daughter went on, produced a great documentary called The Plot Against the President. If you want to update yourself on all this Russiagate stuff that Tulsi Gabbard's been dropping, check out The Plot Against the President. I'm sure it's available wherever you're streaming. A great documentary. And that is John Milius's daughter, Amanda Milius. Yeah, Milius is brought in. He's the one, I think, who writes all that banter of like, you feel lucky today? Do you, punk? Like these sorts of things.
Just so good.
And it is great. And you just got to remember, folks, that back then you had all the media and folks, oh, what a fascist film this is.
But back then, too, and granted, I was a lot younger, I don't remember people taking the critics as serious as they do today. I don't take
critics seriously at all.
Well, I just don't remember, like comments and things like that. It gets people's attention. I remember back then when it was perfectly acceptable to go, that dude's nuts. I saw what I saw and whatever. I honestly remember that with TV shows and everything. Critics almost certainly got it wrong.
Yes.
All the time.
And so I think we're going to have more and more of those moments already happening. And as much as the podcast bros are like, we don't really have any power, shut up, stupid corporate liberal media, blaming us. And it is absurd. Like if Trump had lost, it would have been like he lost because he went on the podcast. So it's like it was damned if they do, damned if they don't. I think a lot of these guys in the so-called brosphere or whatever, that's not their importance. They're very important. It's a big barometer I use. It's something I check in on. Like what are the flagrant guys talking about? What is Shane Gillis and what is Tony Hitchcliffe throwing out there? What is the vibe on Kill Tony? What is Rogan talking about?
Do you look at it in a sense of I need to know, or you look at it in a sense of entertainment and hey, you're just interested in those people in general?
I think these folks are all like on the pulse of how people are thinking about events in life. And again, you don't have to go to the straight news to understand the pulse of the nation. In fact, when you go to the straight news, often really what you're getting is just miserable propaganda to tell you what the nation's pulse should be. Occasionally you get some truly talented reporting and whatnot. And this is MAGA, this is Republican, this is Democrat, this is progressive.
It's
all
like across the board.
Yeah, it's all like, with something about comedy though, is it's not like, oh, I'm driving an agenda. What's the agenda? To be funny.
Yeah.
And yet you also have these funny people that are adults who care about the world. And so I look at these folks because their finger is actually on the pulse. If you want to be funny at a national mass scale, you have to have a sense of where the world is.
Right.
Part of that is, of course, going to be trusting yourself and your own instincts. And a lot of people, millions of people agree with you. And are like, even if they don't agree to every little thing you say, they're like, you know what? I kind of like his vibe. I kind of like where he's going. And so I have noticed, and people need to pay attention to the vibe of that world, that they're not happy, still not happy about the Epstein stuff.
No.
Now, you still have some interesting things coming out today. For instance, Ghislaine Maxwell, She's going to speak. Pam Bondi just announced this. They're sending top prosecutors to interview Maxwell, potentially for third-party criminal investigations.
I hope her attorney will be there, which I'm sure she will.
Fascinating, though, because
that's
what
just
did
from public outcry.
What did Bondi originally say? That we didn't have enough. There's nothing. There aren't enough. Well, she said there's not enough evidence for us to charge anybody else in these files. But then now that they're going to Maxwell.
Yeah, because it was the public that outcried, then why is she in jail? Why is she in jail? If Epstein list, if all this was just a big...
For sex trafficking.
Exactly.
Who did she traffic
Exactly.
To? Right. Or was it just like I'm sure you've seen the big like power surge protector, like you plug things in and it's just the plug plugged into itself. Was it that sort of trafficking? Like it's just Ouroboros is just the snake eating its own tail here.
Yeah, but to me, the Trump administration could not have handled this worse.
It's the about face. And that's what I'm saying. And I try to get across to my boomer friends. We're friends. Mm-hmm. I mean, we don't have to be friends, but I consider them my friends, the boomers. Mm-hmm. I consider they give me insights to things that just I wouldn't have my sense of. But I'm just telling you guys that a lot of this is not being driven by the CNNs or the New York Times or the Wall Street Journals of the world. Most folks, especially my age, a little older, a little younger, we don't care what they have to say most of the time. It's not what they
live and die on every word.
Oh, it's because Trump did this sketch or this latest lady. We don't care about that stupid crap. It's not convincing.
Yeah.
It convinces the drunk awfuls, the affluent white female liberals that are not just drunk on wine. It's like, let's throw down a benzo to take the edge off too, while you're sit there and simmer and how disappointed your life ended up, and especially how disappointing your husband is, but he's tired of your crap too. Those are the people that buy that crap, that nonsense.
There's a few of them, Joey.
I'm saying the Epstein thing, and it's pretty universal. When you look at, say, this rude crowd that's out there, that everything's a joke. Everything's a skit. It's the about face. Has nothing to do with what Democrats are saying in Congress, what they're saying in the media. Has everything to do with all of a sudden Pam Bondi's like, here's phase one. Phase two's coming. And then she gets the big file and she's like, wait, and now I'm just told that in the Southern District of New York, they have all this other stuff. Cash, you better go get that stuff. And Cash like, I was lied to too. Let's go get that stuff. When they get that stuff, all of a sudden they're like, why are we even talking about this? After they see the file, see behind the scenes, it's like, this is a hoax. Let's move on. The Democrats made it up. It's like, whoa. And it's that sort of ham-handed about face that has people going, well, you better do more. And they are. Again, sending a top DOJ prosecutor to interview Maxwell with the reason of finding potential third-party crimes connected to all her trafficking. The question of she trafficked, who she trafficked to, she might be giving up the goods.
You don't think she's already given up the goods?
No. And in fact, I think the better theory, if we're going to get into pure speculation, conspiracy you can't prove, I don't think Jeffrey Epstein was the main guy running an intelligence thing. I think it was Maxwell. I think she's the one who's the asset. Not officially working for anybody, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
She's the one who has the father and the sort of the covert experience, that fortune, and the way she's trying to survive, like just the confidence of that particular woman, despite everything that's been thrown her way. Pretty awful. Now, it's not just going to her, though. Like, hey, we want the goods from you. If you actually have evidence of clients of what y'all were running, give it over. Give us the interview. And it's not just Pam Bondi and the DOJ. You now have the House. They are going to issue a subpoena to have Maxwell give deposition. And I think there's a lot of show stuff out there. Like Thomas Massie making fun. He had his own phase two binder making fun of this disclosure thing Johnson had cooked up or whatever. Yeah, there's a lot of fake stuff going on. Like, oh, we tried or it's in the works and stuff. No, I believe it's the House Oversight Committee with Congressman Burchett and like Anna Paulina Luna and like James Comer, these sort of folks. They're actually thinking about subpoenaing her. And I don't know if it'd be public. I think that would be great TV. That would be great for the internet. It'd be great to watch the theater of it. But I'd imagine something like this They would do one of these closed door depositions.
There's no doubt it'd be behind closed doors.
So this is not going away, and it's slowly moving. Now, at the same time, the whole, let's have the DOJ, Trump is asked today in the Oval Office, Tulsi Gabbard has referred all this Russiagate stuff she's just produced to the DOJ. Who do you want the DOJ to target? He goes, Barack Hussein Obama. And you know a boomer's serious, especially Trump, when they use the full name. Like when somebody said Joseph Ray Clark, I'm like, oh no.
You knew you're in trouble, Bubba.
And especially when it comes to Barack Obama, when somebody goes, Barack Hussein Obama. I think a lot of people say it because they know it makes other people go, well, why are you saying his whole name? Why are you saying his whole name? What's that even mean?
Saying it in all caps there.
Right. But that's who he wants the DOJ to go after. And there's a lot of good evidence for it. Now, I don't necessarily believe that Barack Obama is going to be arrested, a former president.
Why? Trump was arrested.
Well, but here's the thing. Trump was arrested, and look at what happened to the poll numbers and support around him.
Then if I was Barack Hussein Obama, I would lean into it.
Yeah, no, and this is that's the thing. They might very well lean into it. You actually want to go after me? But say they do. How, like, you're going to do it in Washington, D.C., where 90-something% of it's not just normal, it's not just Democrat, it's like weird insider Washington, D.C. Democrats. Think a jury of his peers is going to convict him of anything like that?
We've learned that before. You'd have to go somewhere, and which I don't believe in, where you start judge shopping and that kind of thing.
Well, and for me, it is not so much get Obama, get Brennan, get Clapper, get all these folks. Like, I mean, I'm not going to cry if you do. But for me, it's more like you have to say what they did, framing an incoming president of the United States for treason, using the powers of the national security state to take out his incoming national security advisor, his incoming attorney general, hamstringing the administration not only in the short term at the beginning there, but kept that narrative going. In many ways, the whole Russiagate thing is, I believe, what leads to this war in Ukraine. Not directly, but it primed the pump of a lot of folks, especially on the left and Democrats, are like, yeah, Russia sucks. Russia stole the election. Russia hacked the election. Russia hacking. And of course he's a dictator. Yeah, he's a fascist. He's all these things. And how dare he invade? And that's where you get, it's sort of like you start off by just some Russophobia and the Russians did this thing where it's like, send them all the money and the weapons. Let's kill a bunch of Russians and cheer it on. Again, it's not my war. Part of me is like, I can be of both minds that, okay, you signed up to fight. You might get your blown off. Or I can also be of the other mind saying, well, on the Russian and the Ukrainian side, looks like they're conscripting a lot of young men who don't want to go fight and die for no good reason over what plot of land that's going to give any of them any benefit. But that abuse, the powers of the national security state to frame an incoming president essentially as treasonous, as a agent of a foreign power that cannot be allowed. It has to be punished in some way or made an example of in some way.
Yeah, but who's going to get it?
That's the thing.
At best, some low-level staffer that's agreed that, hey, I'll go take the hit.
It can't be another Kevin Kleinsmith thing.
Saying, I'll take the hit. I need this amount of money.
But
Democrats love following.
That's why I keep coming back to the thing. That's the thing. It's like you go after this. There's all sorts of reasons to go after it. Go after it. And maybe this is what Trump's feeling about Epstein too. All sorts of good reasons to go after it. Yet the more we plunge in, justified, righteous in our cause to go after this thing, the more it seems to help the very people that we're trying to bring to justice. So it's going to be fascinating to watch play out. In a second, we'll bring up some of this Oval Office talk. Trump goes off for like 5 minutes. And it is, if anything, entertaining and interesting.
What about the Democrats' new Joe Rogan?
Who's their new Joe Rogan?
Hunter.
Oh, my God. That interview. Give him the late show. Give him the late show.
Exactly. You want some people to tune in?
No, the one moment, because you can't play much here on our air because he's
cussing every other word.
Every other word is the F-bomb.
Yeah.
But the one moment, maybe I can find it, where the guy brings up like cooking crack.
Yeah.
And he goes, I don't want to talk about this because I don't want to, make it a euphoric thing. And the guy's like, no, I get it. You don't want to encourage other people. He's like, no, you don't get it. If I start talking about this, I'm going to have a episode where I'm euphoric and loved it.
That was him right then.
Right. And he starts talking about, he's like, actually, it's safer than regular cocaine. You're cooking off all the impurities. And
That's what I'm saying. He did it right then.
Yeah. So maybe give that guy a show. Let him interview.
Make it a reality show because it ain't going to make it through a whole season, man.
Oh, and there were moments where I'm like, okay, Hunter Biden's actually not wrong about that one particular thing. Like where he's like, effing David Axelrod and effing Rahm Emanuel riding the coattails. I got lucky and ploof with Obama. And
called out Pelosi for running Pops out. I mean,
yeah.
So there was something, but it was a train wreck.
And it leads me back to this initial point. Why is South Park surviving and Colbert not?
Ooh, that's a good episode right there.
Why is yeah, it is. It does seem like the world's become a South Park episode.
Yes,
in many ways. But why is South Park surviving where Colbert is not? I mean, some of this is your audience and whatnot. But why is the Trump thing and the podcast bros? Why are they the ones rising while old legacy media is dying? Why is it even folks who have been making fun of Hunter Biden and going after the Bidens for 2 years at least, if not longer?
Yeah.
Even those folks are like, well, I kind of like that interview. It's because I think at the end of the day, authenticity is the coin of the realm.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could be a mess. You could be foul-mouthed. You could be a very bad person. But if you're authentically that,
all the time,
a lot of people will be like, well, I don't like that guy. I wouldn't invite him over to dinner. I wouldn't trust him with my kids. Wouldn't trust him with my wife. Certainly wouldn't trust him with my husband. Crack's a hell of a drug. Don't smoke itself. But you look at him and go, well, at least it doesn't seem like this is scripted. Like this is contrived. Like this is really controlled. It's like it's true to himself. And he's not trying to appease some audience. It's why Trump seemed to work so well. It's why I think South Park continues to survive. Whereas Colbert, maybe he was trying to be true to himself, but he was in a format. He took a format that's supposed to, again, be that feel good, like you're going to sleep thing.
Mm-hmm.
Little insight, little ha-ha, good, interesting interview. And he doubled down on the like, I am being myself. I'm like, no, you're a mouthpiece for a machine.
Yeah.
And maybe you know it, maybe you don't, but you are a mouthpiece for a machine that has led the country astray, not just in terms of political policies and whatnot, but also I think people look at a lot of this old media, and especially entertainment, and go, there's great old movies, there's great old television, but the stuff they've been putting out lately on major networks, it is utter crap.
Can you tell me one sitcom?
No.
Neither can I.
Like the only things that I think survive or go well are like your America's Got Talent, your Ninja Warrior, like your big kind of huge productions, but it's not like scripted TV.
Everything I do is streaming. So I honestly couldn't tell you a modern day sitcom now. I have no idea. But I could tell you about 1,000 podcasts you ought to check out.
Yeah, that's the thing. And people like the New York Times ran this whole long piece the other day. Who is watching all these podcasts? Who is watching all of them?
Who could it be, Joey?
And they like interview people. It's like, I'm Sally from North Dakota. I don't know why I sound this way, but I am from North Dakota. Maybe it's all that fracking gas.
Could be.
And what I do is I put it on the background and I fold laundry.
Yep.
And like Sally puts it on the background and folds laundry. And yet there's this huge video component. Who's watching these podcasts? I'm Todd from Florida.
Yeah.
I normally wrangle alligators in my day, but I haven't always in the earbuds. The latest Joe Rogan Experience episode, and they're like, oh, so he's a listener. And I'm like, this is the most obvious thing. Everybody's listening to the like, well, but do people really listen to 3 hours? Well, Susie actually listens to it in chunks. She'll take a whole 3-hour episode and listen to it across a week. Who would have thunk it?
A lot of people listen to it on their commute.
Right.
You know, and again, they don't get the whole thing, but they get the shows that they want.
Yes. And then if you don't sit down for the whole huge thing, it's being clipped like
clip
crazy.
Out, right. I mean, if that's not the cliff notes of podcasts.
And shared like crazy. Yeah. So I think it's the culture's changing generally for the better. We still got a lot of big problems structurally. It's where I wish our politics was a little more serious. Maybe not Trump and team are addressing these structural problems. And think they're a little light on the debt. And as much as I see like Senator Tuberville and Senator Britt praising the big tax cuts with the big, beautiful bill and also talking a good game, like we got this rescission pass. I'm like, yeah, a $9 billion one. Where's the $100 billion?
Right.
That'll impress
me. Out of $100 billion ones, Joey.
That'll be impressive. Like, where's the $100 billion one that cuts waste and fraud and abuse from the Pentagon? Where's that one?
Well, Joey, the Pentagon, that's a whole Joey.
Right. I mean, we can't.
Let's talk Social Security before we talk Pentagon.
You don't want to end up on the Epstein list.
That's for sure,
right.
Even though you're already on there.
Right. And another last wrinkle on this, and I'll play a clip of the guy in a second, but who's one of the guys in the cabinet? In fact, he's the guy who helps run the transition alongside Susie Wiles. But really charismatic. Known Donald Trump for 30 years. We go out, we chase the same girls.
Kind of like a mafioso kind of guy.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about. I see his face.
Howard Lutnick. Commerce Secretary.
Yep.
You know how Leslie Wexner gave Jeffrey Epstein like the biggest apartment facility house in Manhattan?
Biggest thing you can have.
And like live there. That's where that Clinton photo and the blue dress was, or picture or painting, whatever. Guess who was Epstein's next door neighbor?
Who that?
Howard Lutnick. So I suspect there's a lot of dirty being played behind the scenes. Whether I'm not accusing Lutnick of anything, I'm saying that this is something about Epstein. Isn't just about what the guy did. There's something swirling around that makes everybody go, what's true? I don't know what's true. Let's move on as a country. Did you see South Park?
Let me ask you this. With those two as neighbors, who was listening to who?
Right. There's a lot of weirdness to this.
There's just two microphones bump in the night.
Did you just brush my microphone with your microphone?
Just kind of curious there.
Anyway, this part of the program brought to you by Montgomery Men's Health. And fellas, if you're feeling just tired, listless, is that the word?
I believe so.
You don't feel like yourself and you assume, it's part of getting older.
It's not.
It is not. You don't need to assume that. It doesn't have to be that way. Low energy, performance issues, including issues in the bedroom, they aren't inevitable with age. They aren't inevitable when you're young. So get by Montgomery Men's Health. They have no guesswork, no gimmicks, just real science and effective treatments.
Quick little blood draw, get some answers.
Yeah, and a consultation, they sit down, ask you all the symptoms you're feeling. The urologist providers there can do that. Just $99. And it's not just older guys. Again, it could be guys in their 20s and 30s just don't feel well. Whether it's testosterone, you're looking for ED treatments, other options men don't even know exist with certain performance issues. Just get by there. You only got one life. Procrastination is only going to make this worse. I know a lot of guys don't like going to the doctor, but these folks are good. They designed this for you men specifically. Call them up, make an appointment at 440-3663. That's 440-3663. Or visit MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com to book that appointment today.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Well, good Tuesday afternoon, everybody. This is Dr. Sam broadcasting on location at Riverside Chevrolet. We are in Wetumpka, 231 South. We're doing something special and have been over the past couple of weeks, and response has been outstanding. You can paw it forward. That's right. It helps the River Region Humane Societies, not only Montgomery, but Prattville, Autauga, and Elmore County. Now, we're asking your help by donating dog and cat food, bedding, toys, treats, kitty litter, puppy pads, towels, anything, cleaning supplies that would help out these beautiful animals. And we are also asking you, hey, it's nice to have a four-legged little puppy around the house, or a kitten, or a full-grown dog, or a cat. They're so much fun, and they are so dedicated to the ones they love. Make sure you stop by here. Bring us by some food. We need food real bad for the Humane Shelter. Last week, we had a bunch of folks. We look forward to seeing you right here on 231 in Wetumpka. Riverside Chevrolet.
More fiber and laxatives, eh? Who are you? I'm future you. Future me? Constipation with belly pain still coming back? Our doctor figured it out. It's irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, and Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
They're more than pets, they're family. And while your furry friend is safe and loved at home, countless animals across the river region are still waiting for that same chance. That's why Blue Water Broadcasting and Lassiter's Hardware are coming together for the annual Paw It Forward Pet Drive to help local humane societies care for homeless animals in need. We're stuffing our Sprinter van full of supplies, and you can help. Drop off food, toys, blankets, and more at Lassiter's Hardware, your local feed, seed, lumber, and hardware store. US 31 in Hope Hull. Paw It Forward today.
To find out how you can help, visit newstalk931.com.
Is foot pain holding you back? Visit the Good Feet store for a free personalized fitting and test walk.
Join us tomorrow from 11:30 to 12:30 at Amy's Antiques, 849 Northeastern Boulevard, for our Paw It Forward Pet Drive. Drop off your pet shelter supplies to help the River Region Humane Societies.
Rich Thomas Weather, a service of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, where over-the-road dump truck drivers are needed right now. Home twice a week and every weekend, must leave early on Sunday with Blue Cross Blue Shield. Call them now at 855-777-9785.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. That heat advisory remains in effect, and that's really dangerous territory because I think the heat index could possibly reach 102 to 107 again. The actual high today up to about 97. We'll be in the mid-70s tonight. The rain chances are not zero, but not great. Widely scattered storms, maybe. Many towns will get skipped. But the rain chances will pick up later in the week as we'll be watching the northern Gulf for possible tropical development. Stay tuned. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Whether you're buying a home or auto or consolidating debt, CB&S Bank's personal loans get you where you need to go. Go to cbsbank.com to find a location near you or apply online today. All loans subject to credit approval, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Trustworthy, accurate, immediate. Carrying your voice across the river region. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Bader wearing the camouflage in the studio. Though, what environment do you need to be in for that to be camouflage?
Probably in the water.
The water?
Or maybe towards dusk.
Maybe like a glacier in Norway or something?
No, underwater. Looks like you'll kind of blend in with the bottom or the rocks.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever.
Okay, I see it now. Yeah. Is that so? That's your fishing? You fall under and it's hard to find you?
No, but like when I'm scuba diving, which I haven't wore this one, but when you're scuba diving, you don't want to stick out like a sore thumb. You know, you're there to see nature, not run it off. So you kind of got to.
I see what you mean. This is for sightseeing, not catching the fish.
Right.
You ever use a spear gun?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Hawaiian sling, the original spear gun.
Did you actually get something?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
That's what my dad, when we were kids, taught us how to use a spear gun. Haven't used one here lately, but the ones now, I mean, they're nice. We had literally a Hawaiian sling was a metal rod with a tip on the end and 2 pieces of surgical tubing and a little hinge for a trigger device.
I learned today you were a machine operator with a loom. Was it a loom?
Yeah, loom.
A loom. I learned today that you know how to work a spear gun, catch those fish.
Yeah.
Man, there's all sorts of things. Just keep learning.
CIA training covers it all.
Mm-hmm. I'm wondering whether it's you or Carico that showed up yesterday.
Yeah.
Who's my handler? All right.
I'm glad one of us made it because the people upstairs are getting a little bit upset.
I
Joe's
just
spending
keep
too much
getting-
alone time.
Keep getting the vibe of like, who's handling me here? Anyway, let's go to Sam. Hey, Sam, how you doing?
What up, Sammy?
Gentlemen, thank you for taking my call. I'm doing very good today, very, very well. And, I was just thinking, I know how to roof a house, but, I'm not going to do it for anybody. It's one of those things. It's, one of those skills that anyways, reason I called, Joey, you were talking about the YouTube earlier, and it is great. I go there. I love it for up-to-date information, and it's almost as fast as radio. It's amazing, just the convenience of it. And what's happened in the last couple of weeks, the reason what I wanted to bring up, YouTube changed the algorithm, and they're looking for much more involvement. They call it viewer engagement. They want if you see a video, they're not just counting watching some of a video or part of a video, like something I'll do. I'll go in and catch a few minutes and get informed and leave it. Now they want you, if you don't comment or you don't leave a like on something you see, it won't get counted as a view, which will affect them monetarily and which will affect them actually coming up in the algorithm so that you can, have a choice to see it or not.
Yeah.
So what's happened
Caught up with
basically,
the TikTok.
YouTube is pushing corporate company websites and people with funding behind them, and the average poster is being phased out. You can see it. They don't pop up as much. And
sure, you're right.
Got commercials now in the middle of it too.
But and the thing, the service, right now I've got everything turned off but YouTube, and it's $16, $17 a month, and I think it's a great value. But
so you get the premium, so you don't get the ads.
Yeah. Oh no,
Smart.
man, I don't.
Yeah, me too.
No, sir. No. Yeah. I don't have that kind of time, and but it's or something else.
Hey, Sam.
But you hate to see it. You hate to see it being drug away from us. Yes, sir.
Quick question: How much would it be worth to you if you got everything? Like if you got every cable channel, every movie channel, everything monthly?
So cheap.
I know.
Okay.
Just curious.
Traditionally, right now.
Don't do it, Eddie.
Just curious.
Don't do it.
Hold on. I had this conversation a week or so back with my sister, younger sister, and 30 years school teacher, la. She is heavy data user and whatnot. I told her that it hurt me physically. I did not want to spend $100 a month for data, and she started laughing at me.
Yeah.
And she's like, I wish I could get mine down to 100. So I'm paying it with 100 right now, just because I'm a 60-year-old disabled military vet at home watching the farm. Okay, my
Gotcha.
data, I don't have
You ought to think about doing a OF page then. Right?
No, don't do it, Eddie. Don't do it, Sam.
Farm Sam. Who wouldn't want to see some Farm Sam? I've seen his John Deere he's got. It's nice.
Listen, it's a beautiful place. And you know what? Something about Joey, Eddie, Eddie knows something about when you have land in the family and you're responsible for it. It's like having a child.
Yep,
is the way I would. A whole different feeling, responsibility, and that's what pisses me off. This thing, man. This fun. Say we're trying to get socialism in this country. Still haven't quit.
No, they ain't
It'd
gonna
be
quit.
100 years of communism. Everything would get taken from. No, that is un-American. That bunch had to be stopped, and that's why people. Don't arrest them, but just string them up. Obama, Rice, the whole crowd, make an example, a hard example, and excuse me. So I'm saying, man, landowners. That's it. We're not going to put up with this crap. Joey, there was one other thing, and I have forgotten. Oh my goodness!
No, it's all right. That's all
Didn't mean to get you so worked up.
Hey! You got an emotional response out of me.
There you go.
Going, that's right.
That pays.
I'm between girlfriends right now. Joey's filling in that gap for me. And, hello?
Oh,
So
yeah.
you and Joey
Okay.
going out double dating with folks?
Wait, so how long you sitting on that
No, I'm
tractor?
saying.
Like, because I'm worried.
Oh,
I
here
mean,
you go.
I've heard of
Joey,
folks saying like, it gives purpose. Like, had to
yeah.
teach my daughter how to, ride the tractor, and
Yeah.
she actually runs it all day now. It was the only way to get her off the washing machine.
Yeah.
Well, here you go. Here, Joey, here's a bit of trivia for you. So you've been out in the tractor, and it's been chugging. You've been out there for several hours, either tearing up the ground or whatever else you're doing, and you come back, you get off the tractor and you go over to your car, you sit down, and you cannot remember how to even start the damn thing. That's enough. I call it. It's the dangest thing. It can happen to you. Yeah, man. You're sitting there just looking at it. It's like, what in the hell?
Yeah.
So you can't just push the button. You got to actually go through some procedures.
You gotta,
turn the key, pump it twice. Yeah.
That's it. Oh, and I remember when it happened, the first time it happened, I was on a stick shift, my VW Bug. I was just looking at it. It's like, what in the hell? That's it, guys. Thank y'all for
appreciate it, Sam.
How about that?
See you, Sam.
Right. Turn the key, pump it twice.
Got to, or it ain't gonna start. You gotta get some gas to it.
Yeah, that's a thing.
You ever had one of those cars, Joey, that were tricky to start? I mean, you didn't have to worry about nobody stealing it because they weren't gonna be able to
No, my
start
first car was a Honda Accord station wagon.
Oh,
that thing ran over 300,000 miles. It ran great. Automatic. Yeah. No, I didn't ever have I've done, I know you've, the steel. I love the steel products, like the modular ones where you can put a blower on it, heater and stuff. Of course, stuff like that. You got to prime it.
Yeah.
So I know what you're talking about, but I didn't know. I guess that's an old school tractor.
Yeah.
Or are they still I'd imagine some newer ones are pretty you just push a button. Seriously.
I'm sure that's available. Yeah. Yes, of course. Again, we grew up different. You never had a car that had a bad starter and you didn't have the money to replace it, so you always parked on a hill so you could pop the clutch, keep the thing going?
Nope. Oh, we have this thing called money. 272-9228. This part of the program brought to you by Bo Goodson of the Goodson Group, and there at the Goodson Group. Bo and his team are ready to help you whether you're looking to buy or sell your home here in the Montgomery and surrounding areas. Bo's been working in the River Region real estate market for about 50 years now, seen it all, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And not only can they help you there with buying and selling your property at the Goodson Group, they have management services available should you want to rent out your home. And then the Goodson Group, the crown jewel there, is the Bo Goodson Real Estate School, one of the most highly acclaimed and accredited real estate programs in the state of Alabama. Great way to study up, to be a licensed agent, or if you're looking to be a more knowledgeable private player here in the real estate market. So check them out today. You can always learn more. Just go to the website, goodsongroup.com. Or give them a call, 551-0225. That's 551-0225. Bo Goodson and the Goodson Group, great sponsor here of the program.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Hi there, I'm Kim Williams with Alabama Home Mortgage. For years, I've been asking you to call me at Alabama Home Mortgage because there is a difference in mortgage companies. Did you know the current national average turn time to close on a mortgage is 48 business days? But not at Alabama Home Mortgage. At Alabama Home Mortgage, our average close time is 16 business days. That's a month faster than the rest. How do we do it? With over 60 years of combined experience in the industry. Our team knows mortgages. Our years of experience yield a better experience for our customers. Folks, time is money. Whether you're looking to buy or refi, don't waste time with another mortgage company, bank, or credit union. We close on time, every time. Give Alabama Home Mortgage a call at 567-4223. That's 567-4223. Or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com to complete an application on your time. Our fast turn time is just one difference that sets us apart from the rest. It's not just a slogan. Call Alabama Home Mortgage because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586368, Equal Housing Lender.
At Guardian Credit Union, if it's important to you, it's important to us. We don't do banking differently. We do relationships differently. Want to secure a HELOC for home projects? So do we. Want to build your credit? So do we. Want to plan your next vacation? So do we. We're here to help with whatever's next, because whatever you want in life, so do we. Stop by any of our branches and let's plan your next step together. Guardian Credit Union, where you belong. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal Housing Opportunity. NMLS 912757.
All the headlines the mainstream media won't touch. Your News Talk station. News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. We got to take those bulbs out. Driving me crazy.
Dude, all right. Again, I know we've grown up different. Have you ever taken bulbs like that out and then have sword fights with each other?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, no, when Phones Zone got hit by a tornado?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had.
Oh, dude, y'all had a bunch of those, huh?
Yeah. And we learned pretty quickly. It doesn't hurt that much, but you get glass stuck in you.
Yeah, it makes a
You
little bit of a mess
probably
too,
shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, made a mess. The whole place was destroyed. No, we took a dumbbell that somebody had left in the office and it got kicked around. It was like a 20-pound dumbbell.
Yeah.
And we're like, can we break the bulletproof glass on the box?
Oh, yes.
And we did.
First,
Took a second.
How many throws do you think?
I didn't break through either.
Just kind of.
Because it was thick glass.
Yeah.
It was probably 6-inch glass. Like it was, yeah. So it finally caved in a good bit, but it took several throws, not hits, throws. Like throw the 20-pound as fast as you could. So we did stuff.
Question. Why did you guys have a bulletproof window?
It's Montgomery, man.
Okay. I was just checking. I didn't know how bad it was in either, but
At Fun Zone one time, now the box office was stupid for this. A woman with her young son, probably like 3 or 4, maybe 5. It's like, my son really needs to go to the bathroom. Can we just go in real quick? No, ma'am. You got to wait in line. You got to buy a ticket. You can't enter the place. And so she's like, seriously, this is emergency. Can you just let him in? No, ma'am, we can't do that. And so they went right outside the doors of the lobby. He pulled down his britches, his little britches, and just took a dump right on the sidewalk.
Well,
and I'm like, let him inside.
That's what I'm thinking. As a parent, yeah.
Right.
If I asked you once, that was usually the only warning we're going to get. He's going to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. And he's not going in his shorts. I already told him he's not doing that
We
anymore.
didn't bring a change of clothes.
Right. Yeah, so we did some stupid stuff. Not quite as down home as you. I admit it.
Just living.
Just living?
That's just living, man.
Let's go to TS. TS, you just living today?
Hey, I am just living. I had to go outside in the heat, so I got smart today.
Yeah.
I put on my, I don't know where I got them. I got them on Amazon. They're those towels that you get cold, wet, and you stretch them, and then you wrap them, and they keep you cool.
Does it work?
Oh, my gosh. I've given almost all of them away. I've got to save a couple. They are the bomb. That is not why I called. Joey, you have never honestly popped a clutch?
Not in a vehicle, not like a street vehicle.
If it's not in a vehicle, what would you pop the clutch in?
Oh, you're missing it. There ain't
not
nothing
like,
better
I
than
mean,
having
you had
pop
to,
a clutch.
like you had to do the foot clutch with the four-wheeler. But that's not the same thing
Okay,
as driving
to start the four-wheeler?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
To start the four-wheeler?
Not to start the four-wheeler.
Don't start asking questions. He's going to get testy.
I don't know. I don't. No, I don't know. I know you had to do a
already-
gear shift. You had to stomp on something when you were driving the four-wheeler.
He's already acting like it's Wednesday,
I know it.
and it's not Wednesday
It's not even Wednesday yet,
so
Joey.
Okay, that's what's pissing me off. I'm in a good mood, and you're acting like I'm in a bad mood. And now I'm getting in the bad mood.
See?
Asking me questions about clutches and stuff. Like, I'm not good with tools and mechanical things.
Don't make me drive over there. I know where you live for 3 hours.
Yeah.
If you do, would you bring one of them
Sometimes
pecan
six,
pies?
and then you whine about it.
One of them pecan pies would be good. I mean, don't
I
come up here
have.
just for
Well,
nothing.
shut up. Okay.
Would you drive it over here with the clutch?
I don't think she
I
uses
don't
clutch
know.
anymore.
I don't have that Carmen. I had my brother's hand me down Carmen Gia. It was from Germany.
Yeah.
I used to save. My parents gave me $25 a week to survive on when I was going to Alabama. I would save $1, put it in the car, and drive that little lawnmower engine Carmen Gia from Tuscaloosa to Prattville. That was the best car. It was. He painted it purple the second time, so when I got it, I named it the Purple Hole. She was awesome.
Yeah, my mom's car in high school at Jeff Davis here in Montgomery was an orange Carmen Gia that
Carmen
had
Gia.
no air conditioning.
Of course not.
Up.
Yeah, and
no AC.
Yeah, so I know about the Gia.
Gias are nice.
Yes,
I wish
they are.
I had that one still. Okay, so now Eddie needs a pecan pie. Are you going to share?
I don't need any pecan pie.
I mean, if you ask me to share, I will.
Eddie mentioned a pecan pie, not you, Joey. I heard him in the background.
That's cool. No, I'm saying he doesn't have to share.
I mean, I will if you want me to, but I'd rather not. But you know,
Oh, two pie.
right.
Bless you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I just had to call and mess with you guys because I'm about to go back out in the heat.
All right.
Appreciate
be
it,
careful.
TS. Be safe.
All right. Love you more.
Hydrate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just getting in the car, driving over here. I'm glad I'm not working outside. Sorry for all y'all who have to.
Oh, well, you missed the opportunity yesterday. Come to the sauna.
Yeah, with the whole thing.
I think I drank like 36 beers.
You drank beer as you just did the whole thing?
Yeah, you're just sweating it back out.
Well, sure. No, it's not
I
like
don't think I
getting
drank
drunk.
36, but
Let's say 36, though.
That was a 48 pack.
Like, we want Frank the Tank to come back?
Yeah, no. Not when he's driving a tractor.
Eduardo Baderez back on the scene. He's put the gold chain back on. His powers have returned, but they rot him from the inside.
Boy, yes, they do, Joey. Yes, they do.
This part of the program brought to you by James Cole and Cole Plumbing. Say you're like a dope, like I am, with tools.
Yeah.
Like you're not handy at all. You don't know how to, not handy in the way that's, wholesome.
Yeah.
Like you need some help. Like, how do I fix this whole lever thing why is the toilet always running? Why is the faucet always dripping?
Yes.
Driving me crazy. Why is this clog not coming out? I poured some Drano down and it's not.
Nothing's happening.
Cole Plumbing can help you with all this.
Yep.
Say clogged drain. Maybe it's time for new garbage disposal. They can help you upgrade.
Smart idea too.
They can fix that drippy faucet. They can fix that running toilet.
Mm-hmm.
They can, of course, fix big leaks inside or outside the home without causing a big muddy mess, tearing out a bunch of drywall or dig up a huge hole in your yard. And of course, they can do things like gas line leaks, which are a serious emergency. You need to get that fixed
big time, quick,
immediately. Seriously, that's not a safe environment to be living in. And of course, they can, again, also help you upgrade. Like I said, garbage disposal. Maybe you want to add new accessories to the bathroom. Time for a taller toilet, newer toilet. Or maybe you're looking for something like a tankless water heater system. They
Another
can help
good investment.
with all that there at Cole Plumbing. So you can always go to coleplumbing.com, make an appointment online, but I say save their number, especially if you're not good with tools like I am. That number, 279-8919. That's 279-8919. And just remember, folks, when you have trouble with your bowl,
call on Cole, Joey.
I'm serious. In the four-wheeler, there was a thing to change the gear. You had to stomp on it.
You just put it in first gear. You didn't really have to stomp on it. You just 1 down, 3 up. So
yeah.
Yeah.
You pull up on. Yeah. Right. I guess there wasn't a clutch with that.
No, they took the clutch out because not everybody could drive with a clutch. So they.
Now I remember riding around with my grandfather and my dad for a little while. They had like manual stick shift cars.
Did they have it ever on the tree? Like my dad taught me how to drive with a Ford F-150 with 3 on the tree. You ever heard of that?
No.
3 shifters up here on the column.
No, it was like one of those little S10 trucks my grandfather had. And so the shifter wasn't in the middle console, but it was like right below the wheel. It was big white knob on a big ass handle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like that one apparently was old school. And like nobody else liked to drive that thing but him. Like nobody else in the family wanted to touch that thing.
Well, honestly, once they came out with an automatic transmission, most people
went to that.
Yeah.
So like by that, I remember my dad had stick shift for a little while, but by the time I was driving, it's like everything's automatic.
See, oddly enough, when I was driving, I wanted a stick shift as a young guy. Yeah, exactly. That's right. See if you can spin tires in at least 3 gears. Yeah.
Well, and of course, like the closest I've gotten to driving stuff like that is like playing Forza on the big screen. Like I get the concept, but it's like actually doing it. Yeah, I have no experience whatsoever.
When we go to Vegas, we'll do the race car thing because it is pretty cool.
That would be a lot of fun.
It's pretty cool.
Actually, that like go-karts?
They got go-karts, but then you can step up to
real race cars?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Anyway, we'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusada, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm John Scott. President Trump is headed to Scotland later this week. The president planning to meet with British Prime Minister Keir Starmer during his upcoming trip. The U.S. Air Force says air traffic controllers at Minot International Airport in North Dakota failed to warn a military B-52 bomber crew about a nearby commercial plane. A SkyWest pilot performed a sharp turn, startling passengers to avoid colliding with the B-52 bomber that he said was in his flight path as he prepared to land. Park officials say a mountain lion bit a 4-year-old who was walking with her family over the weekend at a popular trail at Olympic National Park. The child was flown to the trauma center in Seattle for treatment. On Wall Street, stocks remain mixed. The Dow had 143, the NASDAQ losing 60. This is SRN News.
3 years ago, I wrapped up a run of Annie playing Daddy Warbucks with the South Carolina Children's Theater. I was about 40, 50 pounds overweight, tired, sick, fed up with the way I felt. Hi, it's Mike Gallagher. I had to do something. I scheduled my weight loss consultation with PhD Weight Loss and Nutrition. And as they say, the rest is history. Just a few months, I lost over 50 pounds. I took control of my health. 3 years later, I've kept the weight off and I feel better than ever. If you are where I was, do what I did. Call PhD Weight Loss and Nutrition. It'll change your life. It's fast and simple. They won't let you fail. Just give them a call at 855-696-2020 to schedule your weight loss consultation. That's 855-696-2020. 855-696-2020. Here's the best part. First 11 callers who mention the keyword healthy will get 2 free weeks added to their weight loss package. Don't wait. Call today. 855-696-2020. Mention healthy to get 2 free weeks or visit them at myphdweightloss.com. myphdweightloss.com.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by McPhillips Shinbaum.
My name is Aaron Luck, a partner with the law firm of McPhillips Shinbaum. If you or someone in your family has been seriously injured by the negligence of someone else, call me directly.
262-1911. Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. That heat advisory remains in effect, and that's really dangerous territory because I think the heat index could possibly reach 102 to 107 again. The actual high today up to about 97. We'll be in the mid-70s tonight. The rain chances are not zero, but not great. Widely scattered storms, maybe. Many towns will get skipped, but the rain chances will pick up later in the week as we'll be watching the northern Gulf for possible tropical development. Stay tuned. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Del Rey Publix.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, these are today's top stories. The Montgomery Police Department has announced Etis Brickus as the new chief of staff. Brickus will be second in command to Police Chief Jim Grabois, overseeing day-to-day operations, policy development, and overall management. Brickus has nearly 24 years of law enforcement experience, most recently as a deputy chief with the Baltimore Police Department. Schools across the state of Alabama are preparing to implement the newly passed FOCUS Act. The new state law prohibits student cell phone use in public schools, but also applies to smartwatches, tablets, and other personal devices. Alabama joins 8 other states that have implemented similar bans. Almost 5 million above-ground pools are being recalled after at least 9 children have drowned. The Best Way, Intex, and Polygroup pools are 48-inch and taller models equipped with compression straps. These straps wrap around the pool on the outside and may allow a child to access the pool even if the ladder is removed. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
This is Jonathan with Oswalt's Apparel and Footwear in Prattville. With all that's changed in the last decade, I really thought that radio advertising was dead, but I was wrong. We opened our store during the pandemic, and we wouldn't have been near successful without advertising on Blue Water. Practically every day, someone comes in for the first time and tells us they heard about Oswalt's on the radio. I highly recommend advertising with Blue Water.
Our advertisers are our biggest advocates. Call us to find out how radio can increase your bottom line. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
When you need a new door or window replaced, you want it done right. Someone who delivers expert craftsmanship every time. Experience is a must. Listen, Davis Door and Sash. They can show you new doors and windows that can help you lower your utility bills and boost energy efficiency. Davis Door and Sash, Alabama.com or call 334-288-6010. Davis Door and Sash, the perfect fit for your home.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. And joining us in the studio now, we have Madeline Cannon with Alabama Home Mortgage. How you doing today?
How are you doing? We're
Very
doing
well.
good.
Good to see you.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Yeah, and you ever have to drive stick shift?
I have not.
Yeah, me either.
It's a generational thing.
No?
Tell you.
But why is it when, like, Madeline says no, oh, it's a generational thing. When I say no, you kind of look at me like, you ain't a man.
Well, I'm not trying to be woke or nothing, but there's a difference between you two. And the fact that you can't drive a stick shift makes me kind of...
Yeah, again, you're questioning my manhood.
No.
Yes, you are.
Your ability
Don't deny it.
to be a more international person rather than someone here in just the States.
You're a more international person?
Cultured.
Thank you. Cultured.
Right.
You must be cultured in the art of driving a stick shift, Joey.
And driving on the opposite side of the road.
Yes.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
When we were there this time, my mother-in-law went with us to Jamaica, and Marvin asked me if I wanted to drive. Well, I was all excited. Mother-in-law was like, nope, do not stop the car. Keep on going. Let my son-in-law drive. I don't understand this. Just because they drive on the wrong side of the road, which I would do that. And, it'd be fun driving in Jamaica again because they drive, like nobody's business.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they have speed limits?
They do, but I don't think it's really nationally recognized. And
There are more recommendations.
Yeah, and their horns. It's a constant horn, constantly. Horn to say hello, horn to say goodbye, horn to say get out of the way. Constantly, yeah. Yes. And goats are the funniest thing. Never seen a dead goat in Jamaica on the side of the road because goats will look both ways before they cross the street.
They've been conditioned.
I have seen it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, they need to come teach the deer. Here.
You ain't kidding. You ain't kidding, man. Oof.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll get back into that silliness in just a second, but I want to talk business.
Okay.
How's it going there at Alabama Home Mortgage?
It's going well. Staying busy.
I like that.
That's
yes.
good to hear.
Hot temps, hot market.
Man, hot temps. You're kidding.
Yeah, it is. And I don't know. I always see the doom and gloom, as I was telling you off air, in the national headlines and like all these economic hot takes. I'm like, folks, just ignore that. Go talk to Madeline here at Alabama Home Mortgage.
That's right. It's all about where are you, not, where the overall national landscape may be. But we have a lot of people here recently calling about land loans and construction. Do you do either of the two? The answer is no. However, construction loans are temporary financing.
Right.
It's typically going to be something you find at a bank or a credit union. They're giving you the money you need to build that home, but they expect to be paid off with a traditional mortgage like what we offer. And oftentimes they're going to try to convert that construction loan to a mortgage there in-house, but it's going to come with higher fees, higher interest rate. And so we encourage people that are looking to possibly build a home, give us a call first. We can offer you what's called a takeout letter. It's the equivalent of a pre-approval for a construction loan. And so you can take that to your preferred bank or credit union and say, look, I've already secured my permanent financing at Alabama Home Mortgage so that you guys can rest assured that when we're done with construction, we're going to be paid off.
Ooh, I like that.
It's a really good idea. And so, like, you're already set up too. It's not like you take out the big construction loan and then you're trying to scramble to figure something out.
That's exactly right.
Out of the game. Now, let's say somebody did already get in the middle of something. They're hearing us talk right now. They can still come to you and be like, hey, help me out.
Certainly. Until you're about 30 to 45 days out from completion, you've got plenty of time to shop that. Again, the bank and credit union are going to want you to stay with them. Of course. But you need something to compare it to, and we don't mind doing that for you.
That's a good idea.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's a very good idea. You're still doing a good bit of refinancing?
We are. Actually, today we've got one closing this afternoon that was able to consolidate both their first and second mortgage. We talked about that a couple of weeks ago when I was in the studio. And that second mortgage was due to mature. So it's an adjustable rate. It was currently at over 11%, and it was due to go much higher. And the reason for that, a second mortgage means it's second in priority.
Right.
Meaning that if you were to default unable to make payments, the bank has to foreclose, that first mortgage is going to be satisfied first. And then whatever's left over goes to the second. Oftentimes there's nothing left over. So because of that, they charge accordingly.
Right. They're going to get that money
On the front end.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. So we were able to consolidate the first and second and pay off almost $50,000 worth of consumer debt, saving them over $700 a month. They are so excited, and we're excited for them.
That's a lot of money.
Yes, it is.
That's a heck of a savings.
Yes.
Yeah. And also, I'm thinking of folks that are near retirement, maybe in retirement. They're just feeling the squeeze. There's often like things that can be done in that regard, right?
Absolutely. So not only do you owe it to yourself to pick up your mortgage statement and give us a call to see if we could be saving you on the interest side of things, but something else that I'm encouraging all of our listeners to look at is your homeowner's insurance. A lot of people,
thank you.
You know, you just go through the motions, you get that annual premium renewal, and you don't really pay much attention to it. But I mean, they are in often cases more than doubling.
Socking it to them, man.
Yeah. And so it's worth it to you to look at that homeowner's insurance premium, give your insurance agent a call, go through it together, make sure there's no savings to be had there, and also encourage you to shop it. Just like you would for a mortgage rate, shop your homeowner's insurance.
100%.
It does not matter who your home is insured with as long as you have it insured from a mortgage perspective. So once you get that new policy in place, then you can cancel the old. But it's always a good thing to look at each year to make sure that you're not being overcharged for your homeowner's insurance.
Well, and this is one thing that I believe really sets y'all apart is the amount of advice, including free advice, you will give to folks to help them get in the right position.
That's right. Well, we don't charge a dime for any of that.
No, and it's awesome. Because I think people jump into this like, I got to do this thing, and they don't have any idea about like all the specifics and the steps, maybe the flow of how this should be done. And I do love that y'all are like, okay, here's how it works. Here's the steps you can take. And then, we can help you out again.
That's right. And we take those steps with you. So oftentimes people just throw you a list of instructions and leave you to figure it all out. Yep. But we're more than happy to walk through it with you.
So that number is still 567-4223?
That's it, 567-4223, or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com.
There is a difference in mortgage company, folks. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender. And of course, when you call them up, talking to Madeline, talking to Kim, like it's going to be good times. 272-9228. If y'all want to get in the conversation, you got time to stick around?
I do.
Yeah. All right. Whoa, you got so excited you did the weird handcuff clap.
Because I was very excited. I wasn't, and if I forgot
wasn't
to
a
ask.
proper smack clap. It was
excited. Yes, because I forgot to ask her during the break. I was scared she was going to heartbreak me and say, "Oh, gotta go. It's just you and Joey again." And
So if you were hosting right now, what would you ask Madeline?
I would say, hey, Madeline, what is the best way I could get back to Jamaica, maybe by this afternoon, without committing any crimes?
No, I don't know that I can help you there.
That's why I'm not.
Do you want to get back to Jamaica this afternoon without committing any crimes? Yep. You probably need to know somebody with a private jet.
Yeah, that'd be a good
start.
start.
I was talking to Madeline. I thought, you high roller, come on.
Oh,
come on.
We were talking about, last time you were on, we were talking about, the loose stones. If I had diamonds or rubies,
Yeah.
You don't know a private jet guy either?
I actually do know.
Hey, now we're talking.
I do.
See?
Okay.
See?
Wow.
See?
I didn't know.
See? A phone call you can make, you feel comfortable making?
Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, I don't know that I've shared this with you guys. I had my private pilot's license.
I didn't know that.
No way, Madeline.
But it's expired now. So
why'd you let it expire? Just didn't mess with it much?
Life. No, I mean, I loved it,
Yeah.
but it's a very expensive and time consuming hobby. And, just life happened. So.
Tell me, because I've thought about doing it. I've heard other people say they'll get up, I think it's their second or third time up with an instructor, and the instructor kind of gets you to cut loose a little bit, kind of gets you to.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they'll stall it out and do all kinds of crazy stuff to make you sweat through your clothes and say you're never doing this again.
That's what I was wondering. So that really does happen.
Oh, yeah. And my instructor actually flew U-2s for the Air Force. And so he was very tall, and we were initially supposed to train in a Cessna.
Yeah.
But we couldn't because he was too tall for the cockpit. So we were in a Piper Cherokee, but he was a super cool guy. And I've flown a plane and I've jumped out of one, just not at the same time.
You jumped out of one?
Jumped out of a plane?
I did for my 21st birthday. I don't drink, so I wanted to do something fun. And so I chose to go skydiving for my 21st birthday.
And you did that sober, you said?
I did.
Wow.
Would you do it again?
Yeah, good question.
I loved it.
Mhm.
I'm a little more risk averse now that I
Yeah.
have children,
Right.
but I probably would. Yeah,
Okay.
it was a lot of fun.
Let's say you have a daughter and she's going to be turning 21. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, Mom, I want to do something crazy for my birthday. Would you join her in jumping out of a plane?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's still a chance.
Yeah.
Still a chance. So I ask you, have you ever driven stick shift? And then you're like, oh, well, by the way, I used to be a pilot.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah.
I kind of think the stick shift would not be a very difficult thing for you to do.
Yeah, I just haven't had the opportunity. I've never had a vehicle that was stick shift.
What's it like? You fly with just instruments sometimes? Like you're not looking on the horizon? You're
No,
just
so do you either have visual flight rating or instrument flight rating? VFR or IFR? I was visual.
Okay.
Mhm.
What was your first solo like? Were you like super nervous?
Yeah, so I went through a scholarship program through the Order of Dedalian. So it's a military aviator fraternity.
Cool.
And they actually paid for me to go through ground school and my first solo. And all these ace fighter pilots were standing on the tarmac the day I did my first solo. And I was the first female they'd ever picked. So
wow.
I was so nervous.
Yeah.
Scared to death, sweating through my clothes. I mean, I can remember it vividly.
I mean, okay, so when you're doing this, because you're all by yourself, are you have the mental checklist going down of like everything you got to do, or,
Oh, yeah.
or you just feel natural at that point?
I mean, we had done it so much that it really just became,
Yeah.
par for the course. But I mean, if I were to do it today, I would not do it right now for nothing. I'd have to go back through it all again. Yeah, it's been a long time.
So if we were on a plane together and they said, is somebody a pilot? I
No.
could comfortably say, not this one.
No.
Anybody else, but not this one.
She used to be, but it's lapsed.
She's done it over with now.
Well, it definitely wasn't a commercial jetliner. We're talking about a tiny little single engine, Yeah.
Did y'all see the headline where I think a commercial, like almost hit like a C-130 or something?
B-52.
B-52? It was
Yeah.
a B-52?
Yep. Delta
Yikes.
pilot had to kind of duck out of the way. And you were just talking about instrument and visual. I guess around that airport, I think it's in Monarch, North Dakota. It's all visual.
Mhm.
So somebody didn't let them know that B-52 was in your flight pattern.
So
And the
last
Delta
second,
flight-
just jerk away.
Yep.
Get
Yeah.
out of the way.
And there's audio of the pilot, and he's incredibly professional sounding, but you can also tell he's a little bit irritated with what just happened.
Yeah, you should have been told, notified.
It's probably
Oh,
because there's so many
100%.
mountain ranges there. Is
The
why it's
mountain
all
ranges?
like in North Dakota.
Monarch, North
Yeah,
Dakota,
yeah.
But how would the mountain ranges cause it?
As far no, I'm talking about as far as it only being VFR
Mhm.
Oh,
because like instruments sometimes aren't going to,
Can't see through the mountain.
Yeah.
272-9228. Have you ever flown?
I'm trying to get Joey to go to Jamaica too. I think part of it is scared of flying.
Wait, you've never flown?
No, I've flown. I'm
See how
not a
defensive he
pilot.
gets? See? How
They
defensive he
keep
gets?
doing this thing where I'm being normal, and they're like, "Look how angry he is. Look how defensive he is."
No, see what I'm
And
saying?
this is now making me angry and
See?
defensive.
See what I'm saying?
Stop it!
See what I'm saying?
You're like the fake news. You're gaslighting me. I don't like that.
Ozzy died.
Yeah, man.
Did they do it?
I don't know. I just see the headlines too. Ozzy Osbourne dead at 76.
Oh wow.
Ozzy Osbourne is dead,
Man, that's a shocker.
and they just had that.
Yep, and there's always these
Farewell
rumors of them
concert.
going to I forget what country. I think
Switzerland.
Switzerland, yeah. And last I heard, they had arrived, and yeah. Wow.
That's just breaking, folks. And in a way, like the Second Life, as they're showing, like the reality TV, he was not only the rock star, the Osbournes were one of the first, like
One of the very first ones.
that kind of welcomed the cameras
Yeah.
in, and we'll be crazy for y'all.
Yeah.
They were all kind of around the same time as the Hogans.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that one too.
Yeah. The Osbournes were a little bit crazier than the Hogans. The Hogans was different for sure, but the Osbournes, I just remember hearing Ozzy always complaining because there was dog crap on the floor. And I'm thinking they got all this money, and I know they have maids and things, but still he's tripping over the dog crap on the floor.
So yeah, that is big and breaking.
So was he sick? And I just didn't know
Well,
that.
I guess from my understanding, he was 76, but he's been fighting since that last ATV wreck years ago. He's just been fighting for his life, basically. I forget the disease he had, not Parkinson, but something along that line. And from what I've read, it looks like that this was kind of a plan anyway. The whole last concert and then
Okay.
leading to this, yeah.
Well, I mean, not long before there had been a public statement from Sharon that he had been working with a therapist every day, and it's all about the fans. But man, rest in peace, Ozzy. Yeah. What a legend. True legend.
Yeah.
And, you know, it is fitting. Like, there's a lot of folks that don't get that final concert, that don't get that last hurrah.
No.
And they did. And it wasn't just like, oh, like it was a true tribute, not only to him, but to the movement that Black Sabbath helped usher in. Again, that's breaking, folks. British rock star Ozzy Osbourne dead at 76. Did not expect to see that today.
Nope.
Hey, let's go to the phones. Talk to line 2. You're on there. Who's this?
Yeah, I was just calling Joey. You're right. It's the Yamaha Big Bear. You have a gear shifter and you activate the clutch with your right foot.
Okay.
That's not a brake pedal down there?
No, it also brakes it, but it is the clutch. Now, it's a hydrostatic transmission.
Yeah, hydrostatic clutch.
Thank you.
Yes. Now, Eddie, let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you're old enough, but Joey, you ever been in a car where the blinker switch is in the floorboard?
No, man.
Seriously.
No, I've never been in a car with that. That's cool.
Yeah. And Eddie,
yep.
About a car where you started it with a floor pedal.
Yeah, Jeff Wynot's dad's car, I believe, had a push button start.
Yeah.
It was in the floor. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
We could sneak it out.
All right. But Joey, you're right. Clutch is on the floorboard of the Yamaha 4-wheeler.
This guy's been gaslighting me all day. Thank you so much for this
really
call.
The brake. I mean, not really clutch. It's more brake.
I will hurt you.
I'm just saying. It's
going to hurt
really
you
the
so
brake.
much.
No, you have to engage it to move the gear shifter with your hand. So that is the clutch. Yes. Oh, on the Yamaha 4-wheeler.
Okay.
You're
engaging it with your hand.
Appreciate it, sir.
Okay.
What? Anything?
I just no.
Okay.
Hey, Justin, bring up that 4-wheeler up here tomorrow afternoon. Let's see if Joey can ride it. It's a Yamaha.
Oh, it's been a while, man.
Hey, it don't matter. It's like bicycle, man. You rode it one time. Come on.
I'd have to take a second.
It's got 4 wheels. What are you gonna do? Fall off?
Mm-hmm.
Do either of you ride motorcycles?
No.
Yeah, I used to. Not no more.
What kind of motorcycle did you ride?
You name it. Born on 2 wheels. That was it. Born on 2 wheels. Had more miles on the back tire than it had on the front tire. Because it was always doing wheelies.
Can you imagine him on like a crotch rocket?
Oh yeah.
If I don't have one, well, I didn't have. I had a VMAX, a Yamaha VMAX, and it was a really nice bike. And I got pulled over for going triple digits in a nice little lecture from the state trooper. And so we made a deal right there on the side of the road. I would sell my bike, and he wouldn't give me a ticket.
And that's why you're here today.
That's honestly more than likely, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely is. I don't know. Like I've never had a desire.
Oh man, there's nothing like it. Nothing like it. Yeah. Getting up and getting up to speed and then hitting about 85, 90 and it's just you.
You know, since we're sharing fun facts, you know, Kim Williams has a motorcycle and drives it.
What?
I didn't know that.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Dude. She's a little more bad than I thought she was. All right. I like
You
that.
already thought she was bad.
I thought so, yeah, but
Right.
just took that up a notch.
Yeah.
All right. She
Yeah,
own any leather?
All right, things are getting weird.
Again, reacting to Ozzy Osbourne dead at 76. That just broke as we're in the middle of talking about stuff we've done. Well, oh well. That's a shame. I hope it's not the worst case thing.
I hope not either. But how do you not? I'm sure it's coincidental.
Yep.
I mean, it's
272-9228. Let's see who this is
All right.
on line 2. You're on there. Who's this?
It's Andy.
Hey,
Andy.
what's up, buddy?
Hey, y'all talking about all the crazy riding of things. You know, what about the old Harleys that had the foot clutch and hand shift?
So you had a shifter, like a shifter knob?
You have a shifter like you have in your car, like,
Yeah.
you know, like a manual transmission, and then you have a foot clutch on the, you know, either side that would have, they call them suicide clutches, because they had a safety spring that would cut them out, or you know, if you took the spring off, it would just release and send you into traffic.
No, but that sounds really interesting. Because I could see people getting slung into traffic pretty easy like that.
Oh, like my old Brit bike, the old Triumphs that had the shifter on the wrong side of the case.
Yeah.
And, you know, you're shifting with your right foot.
That's way wrong. That's just an abomination. Because I would get confused thinking it'd be my brake a lot. Yeah, I would have issues there. Yeah.
I think everybody needs to bring their little toys up here to the parking lot, and we can just try driving everything.
Can we do some 360s?
I'll bring my Model T. How about that?
Okay.
Nice. Nice.
You got to crank that thing.
Yeah, a little bit.
Now that I can do. I know how to crank it.
You know how to crank that?
It's got a starter. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, real deal starter.
That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
They did that in 1916. So, you know, from 16 on, you could start it with a battery.
So you really got one that still runs in the whole 9 yards?
Oh yeah, I drove it in the Millbrook Parade a couple times.
Wow. I thought he was playing. Okay,
Me too.
That's awesome.
So just questions on like gasoline. Just regular gas runs through there? You don't have to put a leaded or
Regular
anything like
gas. I put some lead substitute in it so it doesn't, you know, it still has the original engine, so
Yeah.
it's the way it is.
that? Dude, that's cool.
That's awesome.
And I have a movie of my parents. They used to date in it. They lived across the river from Washington, D.C. In 1960, they used to date and take a picnic to the Lincoln Memorial in it. I always loved that.
Oh, that's cool. That is cool.
Simpler times.
Yeah.
Yes. I wish they were simpler now compared to what we've got.
You ain't
Oh,
kidding.
yeah.
You ain't kidding.
Oh, yeah. Well, I appreciate the call, Andy.
Sure.
Take it easy, bud.
Now, one of our online producers sent me a letter saying Jerome Powell's resigned. The letter is fake.
Oh,
Man, I should take this girl out right here for margaritas. Margaritas seems to be working.
Yes. Woo! We're all waiting for this.
Yeah. Sorry, bigger name on the line. We got to go.
Sorry to be me, but do y'all worry that, for instance, they lower rates? They lower it like 100 basis points, a whole percent.
Mhm.
And the reaction from the bond markets is the yields actually don't go down. Like there's a lot of folks that are like saying, y'all aren't serious about the debt issue. You can't just lower the rates again.
My main concern is if Trump does fire him.
Yeah.
Because there's no precedent for that.
Right.
Nobody's ever gotten rid of a Fed chair, and it backfires.
Yep.
And then it's
That whole
political suicide,
process.
and all they're going to say is, "Oh, you know, it's all because he couldn't, you know, do things the right way, and he
Mhm.
got rid of." You know, I foresee that more so than the other.
Yeah. No, I think rates do need to come down.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm just also looking at like they need to be more serious about the debt issue.
I
Yeah.
agree, but I honestly don't think the debt is even on their mind. I mean, they talk it, but
No, that's exactly why I think he wants rates down.
Yeah.
Because Janet Yellen left them with a bunch of short-term
Mhm.
debt that now has to be refinanced.
refinance at a higher rate.
Yes. And so they want that's why Trump said, I want 300 basis points. I'm going to bring it down 3%, which would be nuts. Talk about, y'all be happy. I'd be like, whoa, look at my Bitcoin going up.
I would like to see it in the fives for sure. That would be very helpful. But just any kind of downward trend. But I don't think we'll ever see it in the 2s and 3s again. But if we did, you better hold on, man. 'Cause it really get Wild West crazy then.
Yeah, but I think the main thing they're worried about is like Bassett in particular is they got to refinance all this stuff. And every percentage move is hundreds of billions of dollars saved. And they don't want to do another short-term thing. They want to do long-term, get it settled because the short-term structuring is creating all sorts of other issues going on right now.
Well, it just creates that distrust and not know what's going on in the market. And for people in my business anyway, any kind of wrinkle or anything in the market kind of makes people nervous and makes them hold on to their purse strings just a little bit tighter.
272-9228. Let's go to line one. You're on there. Who's this?
Hey guys, hey, this is Bubba. How y'all doing?
What's up, Bubba?
Hey.
Hey, y'all talking about things on wheels. I thought I'd call and share a little story. You know, I turned 60 this year. I was at a friend's house the other day. They have young kids, elementary age. They have a thing called a one-wheeler. Y'all know about those?
No.
Like a skateboard?
Yeah, like a skateboard
Yep.
on a powered one wheel.
Yep.
And they all said, "Hey, Mr. Bubba, can you ride it?" And I got on it. And then they started saying, "Whatever you do, don't lean. Whatever you do, don't lean."
Oh, no.
And then I did. And I actually rode it, Eddie, across the floor probably about maybe 10 feet, and then got off and said, "Hey, I'm done. I proved my point. I'm out of here."
So is it like a hoverboard?
And they all ran.
It's like a skateboard with a big giant wheel in the middle.
It's like a skateboard. This thing will go up to like 30 miles an hour.
They have dogs. I'll send you videos of dogs riding them, like
Oh,
with
my.
intent, turning and everything.
Hey, and the kids all ran out hollering to their mom and dad, "Hey, Mr. Bubba rode the one-wheeler."
Legend.
And what they were hoping for, Eddie, was that Mr. Bubba would get on it and bust my butt so they all could get a big laugh.
Oh, but of course, that's why you're smart enough to do it one time and say, "That's it, I've done it."
That's it. I thought, hey, I proved my point. And hey, you being from the Gardens, you remember Darrell Heisler, don't you?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
You're talking about a legend on two wheels, right?
Yep, more on one, but you bet.
And, oh yeah, exactly. But anyway, hey, enjoying the show. Again, Eddie, if you wanted to go back down to Jamaica, you know, there are people paying people to go down there and come back, just so if you know. But anyway.
But what?
And I can make
the key word is but.
Ah, yeah.
There are risks involved.
I see.
But
like in the butt.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm looking for a legal way. I don't want to end up back in the TSA office, just me and the one lady. It's very uncomfortable feeling.
Hey, but again, hey, and you've been in real estate and all that good stuff too, as me as well. If we could get that interest go just down, again, you would see the market change.
Oh yeah,
drastically
overnight.
Overnight, and but anyway, but guys, always enjoy listening, and Joe, you do a wonderful job, and Eddie, man, love you, buddy.
Love you,
always
brother.
good to. Hey, real quick, I ran into a guy the other day, 80-something years old, owned a commercial roofing company that grew up in the Gardens like us.
Really?
And actually talked about playing in the gully on rope swings, going down to the wall, 80-something years old. And
Nice.
I thought, man, if only kids could grow up that way again.
You ain't kidding. You ain't kidding.
So,
all right, Bubba. I appreciate it, brother.
Later, guys.
Appreciate it,
We'll see
Bubba.
ya.
Good call there.
You ever been to the wall, Joey?
What?
You ever been to the wall?
The wall?
The wall.
What is the wall?
It's a place where you used to ride motorcycles, but
No, I don't think I've been to the wall.
good times.
Sounds like something you're going to put me up against. And
No,
that's the end.
There is a literal wall there. All kinds of rumors of why it's there, but there's a wall down there. It's where we used to ride motorcycles growing up.
Yeah, and I just got a text saying once you drive standard shift, I'll teach you to drive my rock. What is it, buggy with 4 sticks?
Is that Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah. He sent me that contraption.
He's
I'm
saying
blown
it's a
away by
lot
that
less
one.
complicated than it looks. But yeah, when I first
Dude.
see that, I'm like, that's just a nest of snakes for me. I have no idea. What do you even do with these?
There's 2 more stick shifts in the cup holders, Joey.
Yeah. I'm like, what does all that do?
Right.
No. Once you figure it out, well, stuff like that is fun to figure out. Hey, if you want to call in, things you used to ride, fly, whatever, 272-9228.
Eddie's face. Maybe we need to rephrase our question.
I think so.
No, I'm leaving that as open-ended as possible. The things you used to ride.
Well, yeah, phone's ringing now.
272-9228. This part of the program brought to you by Josh and Leslie Ryder there at Dillon Rings. And at Dillon Rings, they're ready to help you with any and all of your jewelry needs. Of course, they can do custom design work. They have an amazing inventory, high-end pieces to everyday jewelry items. And, well, they can do repairs, spa treatments, appraisals, watch repairs included, battery replacement on the watches. Like I'm trying to think through the buy old jewelry that's, you never even think of. You just got sitting in the drawer there, like silver, gold, platinum. They really do it all. So you need to buy Dillon Rings. Again, any and all of your jewelry needs, they have your back. Josh and Leslie, some of the best. They are the best.
They are the best. We love Josh
best.
and Leslie.
They're awesome. Y'all check them out. You can always go to Dillon Rings on Facebook, see what they're posting there. Always throwing out the latest stuff they're working on. But of course, you should just stop by 119 Brown Springs Road here in Montgomery. And be sure to tell Josh and Leslie that Joey and Eddie, those fellas on the radio, sent you. We'll be right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Hi, it's Jonathan Cotton with the Good Feet Store. When your feet aren't properly supported, it can affect your whole body, your back, your ankles. You might be thinking there's no way something as simple as Good Feet arch supports can help me. Well, that's exactly what Bill thought.
My feet would just ache, my back would hurt, my ankles, everything just hurt. And I'd seen the commercial several times before I finally said, I'm going to do this. And I'll be darned if it didn't work. I feel a million times better than I ever did.
Visit the Good Feet Store for a free fitting and test walk. If you want to live free from pain, come visit the Good Feet Store and take the first step towards a more comfortable, healthier you. Wendy's experience might inspire you too.
Since wearing my arch supports from the Good Feet Store, my back pain is gone and my feet don't hurt as much. And as I look into the future without pain, I see myself being even more adventurous, joyful, and full of possibility.
Visit goodfeet.com to book your appointment today.
The Tears family has been your local Roto-Rooter service since 1964. Drain cleaning, plumbing repair, and those troublesome septic tanks, no problem. Technology has changed a bit in the last 54 years. Video inspections of lines to locate problems is available, as well as scheduling your appointment online. River Region residents have trusted Roto-Rooter for over half a century. You can too. Call today at 272-7130 or visit online at rotorooteralabama.com.
Call Roto-Rooter, that's the name, and away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
Since 1966, Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches has been more than just a place to stay. It's been a place to belong. For children facing hardships through no fault of their own, our ranches provide more than shelter. We offer a warm home, a loving family, and a future filled with hope. With open arms, we welcome these young hearts, giving them the love, structure, and guidance they need to heal, grow, and thrive in a warm Christian environment. Together, we can give Alabama's children the chance they deserve, a chance to dream, to succeed, and to feel truly cherished. Every donation stays within Alabama, directly impacting the lives of the children who need it most. Join us in making a difference. Visit AlabamaSheriff'sYouthRanches.org. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and download our app from your app store. We'd be honored to have you as a part of our mission to lift up Alabama's youth. And remember this, it's easier to build boys and girls than to repair men and women.
This is David Ernest from the Health and Wealth Show. We like to cut up and have fun, maybe poke a little fun at some politicians, but we don't take ourselves too seriously. One thing we do take seriously is your personal finances and your plans for retirement. You can tell by listening, we're a little different. Yeah, we like to have a good time on the radio, but we're dead serious about your financial future and helping you achieve your goals. At Ernest Financial, we're committed to giving you the attention you need. We don't treat you like a number. You're way more important to us. At Ernest Financial, it's about helping you today and preparing you for tomorrow. People call us who are on the verge of retirement, and they know they need a plan for the future. No matter where you are in life, Ernest Financial will help guide your every step towards retirement. Give us a call and let us show you what our individual customer attention can do for your future.
Concerned about your retirement? Call David Ernest toll-free at 833-596-7233. That's 833-596-SAFE.
Mr. Electric.
I've been doing electrical work for 8 years, 7 years, 6 years, 23 years. I love troubleshooting. It's one of my passions.
Electrical is all I do, unless my wife asks me to do something at home. Together, there's nothing that we can't figure out or accomplish.
We've seen it all here at Mr. Electric. Going in with the confidence to know it doesn't matter what I'm going to run into. I'm going to figure it out and confidently telling that customer, we got you taken care of.
Mr. Electric, the power to make things better.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368. An equal housing lender.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by Montgomery Paint and Body. From little fender benders to total body repair, MPB will fix it good as new, maybe better. For 4 decades, the Turner family has been getting you back on the road. Call 279-7325.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. That heat advisory remains in effect, and that's really dangerous territory because I think the heat index could possibly reach 102 to 107 again. The actual high today up to about 97. We'll be in the mid-70s tonight. The rain chances are not zero, but not great. Widely scattered storms, maybe. Many towns will get skipped, but the rain chances will pick up later in the week as we'll be watching the northern Gulf for possible tropical development. Stay tuned. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
We get Montgomery talking 24 hours a day. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Eddie Bader, Madeline Cannon here in the studio. And we got some phone calls rolling in.
Yeah, we do.
That's 272-9228. Boomer T on line 2. Hey, Boomer T, how you doing?
All right, guys and gal, how y'all doing today?
Pretty good, man.
Okay, let me tip you out, Joey. About 1983, 84. There was a thing called a Yamaha 250 three-wheeler. That son was going to run top speed about 80 miles an hour. We go to Moore Creek over in Elmore County over there, or by the river bridge, go up and down the sand dunes. Well, some of us decided we had a buddy of ours, pork chop, over in Prattville. We go to this shop, we bored them things out. Our Yamahas would do 104 miles an hour, son, on a three-wheeler. And we were racing. And let me tell you something. We didn't care. We'd go to Mortar Creek and ride up in sand dunes. You'd jump over the sand dunes. And then, how about when I was a younger man, Marshall Fields in Montgomery. Oh, my God, on the end of Bienville Road down there. You talking about taking a little 125 dirt bike and ramping that thing up and riding, doing wheelies all the way down Perry Hill Road, cut up and down and stuff like that. But the craziest thing, folks, that Boomer's ever done in his life was one night, Eddie, I was at the City Limit Lounge right outside of Appleton Wild where we used to work. And there was a guy named Shane LaRue. He was a big old biker. He was an old school biker. Had old Triumph. I got on that thing one night, we were drunk as heck. We rode from Troy Highway to Bell Road on all the winding roads doing 100+ miles an hour. No helmet, nothing else, just riding, just free riding and just enjoying life. But after I got off that thing, I never really thought about it until maybe 10 years later. I said, damn, boy, what if we would hit a rock or something? Oh, well, whatever. It was fun to do it, though. But, Joey, let me tell you something. There ain't nothing like riding a three-wheeler. One doing over 100 miles an hour.
I was about to say.
Statistically, this is why men don't live as long.
I'm amazed you're alive.
Very true.
Hey, look at the thing about it. It's not like you see them guys now. This thing here. But let me tell you something. That was a day. That's why Yamaha only made three of them because after that, people were getting traffic jams, killed, you know whatever happened though. But I will say one thing. Thank God I grew up in the 60s and 70s, and I had the greatest time partying in the 80s. The 90s was relaxing. The rest of my life has been beautiful and continues being beautiful. It's all because I am a baby boomer, and I am Boomer T. Guys, you have a great day. May God bless you, and God bless America, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace
See ya,
out.
Boomer T.
Love that guy. Let's go to Randall. Hey, Randall.
Oh gosh, Randall.
What
I
up,
remember
Randall?
Randall didn't have anything on but the radio last time I was here.
How you doing, Randall?
That's good, man. She caught me on that one.
Yeah.
You can't come back from that, I don't guess.
Nope.
So,
Nope.
And yet you're here.
I know one thing. I got 3 houses, but it makes me want to come buy another house because I'm just joking about 3 houses, but it makes me want to come buy one when you get on here and start talking though. And God bless you and your kids and husband. And on the clutch stuff,
yeah,
I taught my daughter when she was 14 to drive a clutch. And
why'd you do that, Randall?
Because I was afraid that she was going to be at a party with a boy and he was going to be too drunk to drive home and she wouldn't know how.
Yep.
And so I taught her she would never be stuck. But I ended up getting her on her 16th birthday. She ended up getting a Camaro 6-speed for her birthday anyway. So it all aligned. The stars all aligned. So and I even borrowed somebody's Jeep to teach her because I didn't have nothing with a stick shift in it. So I borrowed my buddy's Jeep. We done it over at his house, and where I taught her that.
Yep.
So
she'll never forget it either.
And man, it's a day I won't ever forget either.
I bet.
I mean, yeah. Hey, it didn't take as long as I thought. And I had a 3-wheeler too growing up, Boomer T. And yeah, they something else to ride. You got to know what you're doing on them, and you end up hurting a heartbeat.
Now, am I wrong in saying that the slingshots that everybody drives around now, are those like the modern day 3-wheeler? Don't they have 2 in the back and 1 in the front?
That's what I thought, yeah.
2 in the front, 1 in
No,
the back.
2 in
Oh, I'm
front,
sorry. I got
1
it
in
back.
the
Okay.
But
I see a lot of people driving them around town.
They're fun little cars. Yeah.
Yeah, Terry Adams he had one for a long time.
Yep.
He used to always talk about his. I mean, get y'all one of these things. I guess he was probably selling them as long as he was telling you to get one, but
they
he
look
had
fun.
one.
They do look fun.
Yeah.
People rent them down at the beach.
Yeah, I was going to say down at the beach stuff. I see them a lot. Do you have to wear a helmet? I don't remember you have to wear a helmet on those.
I think it's treated like a motorcycle.
Okay, that makes sense.
And Eddie, I learned on a 3 on the column too. That's how I learned.
See?
3 on the column.
People 3 on the tree. People just don't know that no more.
No, and we're gonna get to a place where, like, y'all remember when there was a wheel, like a steering wheel? Like the way cars are going now, it's like it's not even gonna be. You don't even drive them.
That you're right. That is the way they're going. They're the ones that will be made soon, self-driving. They won't have a steering wheel.
Remember when the car wouldn't talk back to you?
My in-laws just came back from a vacation in San Francisco, and they have that drive program called, is it Waymo?
Waymo, yeah.
Yeah. And they got in a car and let it drive them all around with nobody in it. I'm like, that would scare me to death.
It works, though.
It works.
I hear you.
They was in the back seat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vegas, they got them in Vegas like crazy. But what was crazy during those last riots in California, they would call the Waymo, and the Waymo would come and they just set it on fire. And they'd call another one and it would come.
Oh, my word.
Yeah. There's nobody there to tell it not to.
Yeah. What if that car just had a bad day and just drove you off a cliff?
You know, sometimes you lean into that. Sometimes you get in the car hoping it's having a bad day and drive you off the cliff.
Oh, what if somebody wants you dead and they just tap into it?
That's the part.
That's the one.
Yep. Randall, you think the government would do that?
Done it. done it.
That's it.
And the latest one I know of is the couple from the shooting in Las Vegas.
Yep.
And they done her the Cadillac like that, and
they sure did.
Killed. Well, I don't know if they were dead after the wreck, but they were dead after the police got there.
Yeah. At the end of the day, they were gone.
Yeah, they were gone. I hit.
Appreciate you, Randall, and thank you for calling in with clothes on this time.
We don't really know if he's got clothes on.
We don't know. That's what I'm assuming.
Why you always assume the
Why you assume it otherwise?
Y'all, you know where that comes from, don't you?
Yes,
You
it's
remember
a
that girl
song.
called-
Well, you know that country song, nothing on but the radio.
Nothing on but the radio.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess I don't listen to country. But a girl called y'all show and said she ain't had nothing on but the fan on.
Oh,
You remember that?
I do remember that. Yep.
Oh, okay. That was for her. That's what that.
So it wasn't for me, it was for that other girl.
It was for that other girl. All right.
I guess she was just letting it all air out.
Hey, I
You'll call
would
back.
never disrespect a woman like you ever. I mean, I ain't disrespect nobody, but she the one that said it first, so I said it second. I don't know if you married or not, so I would never assume.
I'm just
Are you
messing with you,
married or
Randall.
not?
I am.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
He's got a great
you got-
husband.
Well, lucky for him. He's a lucky man. Especially when these interest rates drop, he's gonna be even luckier.
We got a local Rizzler here. Appreciate it, Randall.
See you, brother.
Let's go to the phones and talk to J. Tom. Hey, J. Tom, how you doing?
Hey, y'all got me so confused. I forgot what I thought about. No, I'm just joking. But Eddie, I had never met you, but I met Joey, and I listen to you guys every day. But I grew up in Highland Gardens. The reason I called y'all, we're talking about that.
Yeah.
And rode motorcycles. Lived on Midway Street.
Yep.
Rode all down Johnson down and rode all the way to the police station.
That's
what
right.
we used to do.
You can go all the way to the police
And
station.
then the cops get after us and takes us back through there, but they had them old Harleys and they couldn't keep up with a Honda.
You could get in the sand and they couldn't do anything but stare at you. Yeah.
But I heard stories about that wall. I heard they built that thing in the Civil War, but I don't believe that. I think the government put it in to hold back Highland Gardens because that's washing that way, and it was a big wall.
It was.
That's what,
it made no
that's
sense. When you found it, it made no sense. It's just a random 8-foot wall in the middle of the woods.
Look up and you could see houses through the woods and look down, and there was the police station and Lower Tumper Road.
That's it.
I believe they built that to hold that thing back. But I had a Harley Forester when I was still young. I'm 77 now, so. But I got caught running 142 miles an hour on the interstate when they first built it. We used to jump on there and get off at Bell Road. We'd jump on and get an interstate and ride it down there and get off and double back because they always say we rode past the radio, couldn't catch us.
Yep.
So,
that's what you do. You got to outrun the radio. That's exactly right.
But I rode it once after that trip. I decided to get rid of it.
Know the feeling.
I lost my nerve.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Well,
But anyway,
I appreciate you listening. Appreciate you calling.
Thank you, J. Tom.
thank you. Hey, if I need a house, I'll call you.
Hey, you do that. Thank you, buddy.
272-922. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Considering removing cap gains off home sale?
I mean, it's good, but interest rates would be better.
Sure. Oh, yeah. No, and then there was rumor of removing cap gains off de minimis Bitcoin transactions.
Oh, really?
Like under $500, $600, like there's no tax event.
That'd be
Which
all
would
right.
be great. I mean, more people could.
They would
Right
start
now, if I
spending it.
paid somebody with my Bitcoin, it still creates a sort of
the minute you
tax
spend it,
event.
right?
Well, the minute I spend the Bitcoin direct, somebody accepting the Bitcoin, no. But as soon as, say, you're a small business, you need the cash converted immediately. They have
Okay.
apps that do that now. That's a tax.
That's going to be taxed right there.
Yeah, and it's just like, yeah. So
All that's so above my head. I wish I understood cryptocurrency more.
there's some stuff I could send you.
Honestly, yeah. For you would pick it up in about 1.5
Yeah, no,
minutes.
seriously,
if
I
that,
think
yeah.
you would. Of a lot of the folks I've tried to explain
yeah.
this to, I think you would pick up on it pretty quick.
She would
Well,
pick
I
it
mean,
up.
I get the base, like.
But I think I know you well enough to go, you'd go, that's a scam.
Well, that's kind of how I feel. But there are a lot of very smart people like Joey that are very
I agree.
passionate about it.
That's
so.
the whole. I'll be very honest with you. I don't know much about it. Joey knows a lot more than me. But however, I know that it was making money. I had a couple bucks. Let's see what's the worst that could happen.
Right.
I could go to the strip club or I could go to the Bitcoin. I'll go to the Bitcoin.
Yeah, especially with the strip clubs around here.
Yeah.
You better stack those sats.
The talent in here is not what it should be.
Well, people have class. So you got to be
I don't
really
think
down.
that's it, dude.
You got to
This
be
is-
really down and out.
This is Montgomery, Alabama.
What are you trying to say?
That we are a cashless.
Classless and
Yes.
cashless?
All at the same time. We're both of those and broke.
Good job. We got a final hour coming up. Oh, Bitcoin just crossed above $120,000 a Bitcoin.
Well, speaking of, there you go.
It's frustrating because at 112, I go, okay, don't buy now because we're right at top. And then we're at 120. So again, I tell myself, don't buy now. We're at the
You
top.
should just set up a reoccurring buy.
I think I have that now, but my wife takes money out of my wallet reoccurringly, and I don't think I get anything
okay,
for
right,
that.
right. Yeah, but make it like you can make it as small as like $1 a day. Now you probably want to do more than $30 a month.
Am I
For
helping
$1 a day, you can save the baby whale.
That's what I'm thinking.
All right. Or you get one of these Bitcoin back credit cards. Yeah, it adds up pretty quick. It's kind of cool.
I'd love to talk to you about, and we can do it when we come back, the mortgage and the Bitcoin.
Sure.
Remember, let's talk to Madeline.
I'll look it
I
up.
would love
I'll
to
try
hear
to find the
her
clips
idea
here.
on it.
React
Okay.
to. We'll be right back, folks.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusada, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm John Scott. President Trump says he and Philippines President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. have reached a trade agreement. The agreement calls for 19% tariffs on goods coming from the Philippines, while American goods shipped there won't be charged a tariff. This comes after the two leaders met at the White House. Marcos says his country's strongest partner has always been the United States. Marcos also met with Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. Coca-Cola will add cane sugar version of its trademark cola to its U.S. lineup this fall. That affirms a recent announcement by President Trump. And General Motors' profit and revenue declined in its second quarter, but the automaker's results managed to easily top Wall Street expectations. And the company stuck by a full-year financial outlook it lowered in May. This is SRN News.
Hi, Mike Gallagher here. As the summer heats up, so do the bills. If you're like a lot of folks, you're not selling your home anytime soon, but that equity you've built, just sitting there. That's why I trust Mike and Brian at Fellowship Home Loans. Love this place. It's in their name, their DNA. They're the team I've used personally, and they treat every client like family. Fellowship Home Loans. They know how to help you tap into your home's value wisely, whether that's a HELOC or a cash-out refi. Fellowship is a direct lender and operates with your best interest in mind. Maybe it's time to finally knock out that renovation, pay off some debt, or just add a little cushion to your retirement account. With rates still reasonable and inflation squeezing all of us, your home might be the smartest financial tool you've got right now. So if you're staying put this summer, make your home work for you. Visit my friends at Fellowship Home Loans. fellowshiphomeloans.com/Mike G or call 800-510-MIKE, 800-510-6453. Fellowship Home Loans. Mortgage lending by the book.
Nationwide Mortgage Bankers, DBA Fellowship Home Loans, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 819.
Rich Thomas Weather, a service of Riverside Chevrolet Wetumpka. If it's Chevy, it's Riverside. Best price, best selection. Check them out on the web at riversideusa.net.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. That heat advisory remains in effect, and that's really dangerous territory because I think the heat index could possibly reach 102 to 107 again. The actual high today up to about 97. We'll be in the mid-70s tonight. The rain chances are not zero, but not great. Widely scattered storms, maybe. Many towns will get skipped. But the rain chances will pick up later in the week as we'll be watching the northern Gulf for possible tropical development. Stay tuned. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
You can make your ASE loan payment from your phone anytime, anywhere. It's quick and easy. YourASECreditUnion.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal Opportunity Lender.
ASE Credit Union. Your life, your cause, your ASE.
1819 News with Andrea Tice.
Good afternoon. For Andrea Tice, I'm Carl Brady. Silicaga native and well-known producer, artist, and tour manager Tony Griffith has been named executive tour manager of the America 250 Tour, a national music tour celebrating the 250th birthday of the United States of America. The America 250 Tour will be one of the most ambitious events in modern American history, blending music, multimedia, and patriotism. The tour is set to visit all 50 states in 2026. Griffith is tasked with overseeing all tour operations. We'll have more Alabama news coming up after this.
Did you know that 70% of people experience a potentially traumatic event in their lifetime, and that 6 out of every 100 adults face PTSD every day? Help us bring hope to these survivors by signing up for your Alabama Distinctive PTSD Awareness license plate today. The great thing is you can sign up no matter when your current plate renews, and the first year is complimentary. All you need is your VIN number on hand. Drive awareness, drive hope, and customize your plate today at atease.org. That's ATEASE.org.
A Georgia-based sheet metal company has announced it is building a new facility in Chambers County. MR6 Tech Services will invest $1.5 million in the facility and create up to 20 new jobs. Construction is expected to begin in October. A 55-year-old woman was fatally struck by a vehicle in an early morning hit and run on I-65 south in Birmingham this morning near the I-59-20 interchange. Police are investigating the death of LaRonda Jo Piles, who was walking on the interstate. Police say the vehicle involved fled the scene. For 1819 News, I'm Carl Brady.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Pestruccelli, General Sales Manager and co-owner of Blue Water Broadcasting. Even in the digital age, radio remains the most powerful reach medium for connecting with audiences. Its ability to engage listeners, reach a wide and diverse audience, and create real emotional connections sets it apart from other forms of media. Radio's adaptability and easy access ensure its continued relevance now and in the future. Want to learn how radio can work for your business? Visit bluewaterbroadcasting.com. Blue Water Broadcasting, local folks helping local business.
Want that ride that is fun, affordable, and street legal? Check out ETG Outdoors in Montgomery. They have huge discounts on electric golf carts with many brand new units under 10 grand. New and used inventory, financing available, and they service what they sell. ETG Outdoors even provides lithium battery conversions and free delivery with purchase. Whether it's for the neighborhood, the farm, or just fun, ETG Outdoors, 7006 Vaughn Road, or online at etgoutdoors.com. Cruise smarter, drive electric. ETG Outdoors, your ride to freedom starts here.
When you need a new door or window replaced, you want it done right. Someone who delivers expert craftsmanship every time. Experience is a must. Listen, Davis Door and Sash. They can show you new doors and windows that can help you lower your utility bills and boost energy efficiency. Davis Door and Sash, Alabama.com or call 334-288-6010. Davis Door and Sash, the perfect fit for your home.
Welcome to Eclectic Coins, Montgomery's largest coin dealer, specializing in buying and selling investment-grade gold and silver coins. And they have a large selection of rare coins and coins from around the world. Visit them at 543 Northeastern Boulevard or on the web at eclecticcoins.com. Eclectic Coins, where collectors who know go.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back, folks. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Bader, Madeline Cannon here in the studio with me. I was trying to find something like, because you were asking about this idea of backing loans with Bitcoin. And right now it wouldn't apply to housing mortgage market.
Mm-hmm.
The initial idea is things like commercial loans. So say, I think the example that was given is I have a huge apartment building that I want to renovate and like invest in. So I want a new, essentially, loan on this. And say they give you $1 million. Now, the $1 million is for the actual underlying property that you want to add improvements to and whatnot. And then say 300,000 of it goes to securing Bitcoin. The reason the lender would do that is they assume because of the scarcity and more adoption, the valuation of Bitcoin over time, over at least 5 to 10 years, will go up. And there's something like you can completely offload that loan by just surrendering the Bitcoin. So it sort of secures both sides. I'm doing a bad job to explain it's not my instrument. But
so it's serving as collateral
Yes.
in conjunction with the real property.
Yes.
It's almost like going to a pawn shop.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, it's like, okay, I'm going to give you this fine piece of jewelry. You're going to, give me this money. And if I don't come back with it, then that jewelry's yours.
Right.
But you're kind of forced to buy the Bitcoin. That's the part I'm not
Yeah.
so comfortable with.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you could go get a traditional commercial loan.
Yeah. I just, with me, I'm Bitcoin backer, no doubt, but trying to bring it so mainstream so quickly, I those kind of things make me worry a little bit.
Well, here's the guy from Cantor Fitzgerald. Let me pull it up. This was at the Bitcoin conference. This probably doesn't explain it in full because it's like a minute. But I saw this same guy on CNBC months and months ago. But let's listen in. This is him announcing this new product at the big conference about a month ago.
Speaking of lawyers, I got given this.
man.
Have to. We live in hell. Seriously, this is really serious. I'm not kidding. The proposed fund is in a structuring phase, and there may be material changes in the structure and the terms of the fund prior to any interest in the fund being offered. If there is any inconsistency between my presentation and the proposed fund's final PPM, the final PPM shall control.
Legal disclaimer.
There you go.
So we actually announced today. This is the first time we're talking about it publicly. Just announced we are launching a gold-backed Bitcoin fund.
Okay, it was something different.
With the idea that there are still people on the earth that are scared of Bitcoin, and we want to bring them into this ecosystem. So what we're going to do is we are going to provide them upside while giving them downside protection secured by physical gold. And it's going to be really, I think, one of the great products of the earth. And I really think it's going to really open up this community and hopefully, make this conference 10x bigger.
Now, that wasn't what I was looking for.
I'd be more open to it.
Yeah.
If it was backed by something. Again, I know our money's not backed by anything. It's fiat money, US dollar. I mean, it's worth something because we say it's worth something, right?
But that's what's so crazy to me is just what you said. I know, and you know, that we like to think our money is really backed, but at the end of the day,
yeah,
is it? We don't know.
Right.
So it was hard enough for me to buy that. Now to buy another one that don't really know if it's backed it's kind of hard pill for me to swallow. That's why I don't have all my money. I just put a couple bucks in there. It works out. It works out.
Well, it's, and we could get into a long thing. I've just, we'll have to look some other stuff up, but because you get into the two different uses of money. Like there is one tradition where money is a political tool explicitly, and that's what fiat is. You see this in ancient times, especially in the East, like the Mongols had this particular unique money that can only be used in the Khanate. That was made out of black bark and had white writing on it, and it was worthless outside of that empire. But it was the only currency you could use within their realm, and the value of that is like if you try to use something else, they'll kill you.
Oh, so
it's essentially like Bitcoin's proof of work. Like fiat money at the end of the day is proof of violence or proof of force.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm the authority here. It's this is why the Chinese in 2013 said Bitcoin is not money because we have not declared it. We, the Chinese government and the People's Bank of China, have not declared it so. Money, they say explicitly, is a political tool of the state and the party.
Mm-hmm.
In the West, we have a slightly different tradition, especially grows up as you start to see more the market economy really grow, especially say in the Germanic tradition, like Amsterdam, Netherlands, the British, and like where money is a private property right. And so it's emblematic of like gold. for instance. Like, you can hold the gold. I got the gold. There's only so much gold that's going to be created. Of course, governments would then put their stamp on the gold and secure the gold and play a role there. And there's famous things going back to Rome. What is it, Diocletian, that started taking out contents of the gold and mixing it with others and not telling folks, diluting it in a way. But if you think about it, the gold standard, the exchange rate was set by Sir Isaac Newton. It lasts for centuries until World War I. And that's where you get this thing called the Great Settlement, where people did start to realize, okay, they were like the Rothschild bankers realized this, like, it's really expensive to move gold. It's really expensive to transact in gold, especially large transactions. So what we'll do is we'll hold the gold for you, and here's my banknote that, you know, I'm good for it. And we have all these standards and practices as well as the gold itself, to where you don't have to move the gold around. Because especially if you're shipping across the Atlantic Ocean, you're losing a lot of your gold every time you use as a medium of exchange. And so it stops in World War I because the British government was having trouble getting people in the British population to buy bonds. I mean, entire towns aren't coming back. Like, and the flower of youth of that country, all the countries in Europe, being destroyed in that meat grinder. And so what does the central bank, the Bank of England, do? They realize, oh, we'll issue a loan to two of our top executives. And with that money they issued, they bought bonds. And it's the first example of, I guess, monetizing debt. And it's a break with hundreds of years of tradition. And I believe John Maynard Keynes called it a beautiful manipulation. Then you start to see it in this country as well, especially after the Federal Reserve is put in there, that we don't want to have to rely on, what is it, JP Morgan or somebody who's sitting on a bunch of gold to have to bail people out if we have the liquidation in the market. So we'll have it completely controlled. So in this country, we've had an era where it was just your private property. The emphasis was, there's great stories of states refusing to pay the feds. And it was very easy for them to do, like,
come get my gold.
Or they and in particular, they would say, no, by contract, we'll pay you in gold. We're not paying you. And then, no, you got to pay us in our. And so there's all these interesting fights that go on. And then there's a whole other complicated banking history, especially America's banking system's always been fragile because of political patronage. People would be like, well, we'll only back this bank's loans and back this bank with the particular local crop. And of course, that's like, because cotton's king here or whatever is the local crop. That obviously is very fragile. And so you end up getting this hybrid system to where the fiat money we use is very much a means of control. Think of the sanctions we throw on foreign countries. Think of the way they control money laundering and like all sorts of other things. And money is a massive means of control as well as surveillance. While we still have that idea of it's a private property, but what we've noticed is not only has gold usage gone away, like a hard species money gone away, you're even starting to see the cash go away. There was a time where you can go take your greenback and you get gold transferred. Then immediately they, in the 30s, FDR outlaws by executive order gold ownership, and they seize a lot of gold across the nation. Gold is then used in the Bretton Woods system as central banks I couldn't say, here's my greenback, give me the gold, but the Bank of Germany and France and all that were saying to the United States, y'all printed a lot of this money when Nixon goes off the gold window in 71. And so we've slowly but surely become more and more a fiat system that looks more like the East, where it's a means of political control. And what's backing it? It's the force of the government. Now, of course, the government could say, look at the wealth of our nation as well. We have the most dynamic economy in the world. Who doesn't want to invest here? And we have a lid on it as well through our force and our control. Nobody else can counterfeit in this area. I think what Bitcoin does is it brings back, while it's the digitization of money in the same way books have been digitized, music's been digitized, all sorts of stuff's been digitized. Bitcoin solved a very difficult problem of how do you create scarcity in cyberspace, and how do you create a network, a payment network? Because think about the history I just ran through. A lot of this isn't just the gold you have. It really, money systems are these networks. So, it could be the Rothschilds sitting on a bunch of gold and their notes are very good for it. So we'll transact in their notes. So Bitcoin solved the problem of creating scarcity in cyberspace. It's through proof of work, that you can't just issue new Bitcoins, you have to go through a process. It's actually solving a random number problem. It's a whole complicated thing I'm not going to try to get into because I can't. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to watch, but it also solves the other problem of how do you send value or a tokenized value across a network without any third party. So right now, when I send money to you and whatnot, and Eddie sends money to me, and it's just circling around the whole economy. Those ledgers are settled by the banks that we're working with and all the PayPal and all the different corporations. Most money now is already digital, but it's a corporation that you're kind of using. Now with Bitcoin, you can send that value without any third party. And the fact that it is programmed.
But that value has to be recognized by the recipient.
Yes.
Right. So like most people don't accept Bitcoin. Like you can't go to the grocery store and pay with Bitcoin.
Right.
Okay.
Most folks aren't getting set up that way, though. There are now systems being built to where, and like Steak and Shake said, they started accepting Bitcoin. A lot of people are paying in Bitcoin, and they're happy to accept it.
Okay.
You're getting a lot of institutional players. The most prominent would be formerly MicroStrategy, now called Strategy by Michael Saylor, where he's created what he calls a Bitcoin treasury model. Essentially, all the stuff they put out there, they're just buying more Bitcoin in the market. And like they were a software company for the longest time, like a business sales software company. And then now that people buy Strategy stock, or they buy one of these instruments from them in order to get exposure to Bitcoin without actually holding Bitcoin. So it ends up being I think a shift towards more private property in your money, more sound money that can't just be created out of thin air like a fiat system. And the main value proposition of Bitcoin is that store of value at this point.
So just like here, like the Treasury can print out money like they did during COVID, print it, devalue it, send it out to everybody. You're saying that Bitcoin, they can create more through work or whatever you said it was called. Yeah. So is there an indefinite amount of Bitcoin?
No, there's a definite amount. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin.
Okay.
And there's the way the miners are incentivized is they actually to get your transaction on a given block, like to go through, you have to tip the miners. And the miners are the ones that process those transactions, secure that ledger, and it's all a bunch of them decentralized. It's not like one group. It's all thousands and thousands of different people running this protocol. And well, I'm losing my train of thought now.
I'm sorry.
What was your question again?
Oh, about the indefinite amount of Bitcoin.
Yeah, so it'll only ever be 21 million. Now it is divisible up to like the 8th decimal point. So I think it's something like 2.1 quadrillion like units on the network. And so the main value proposition.
Eddie's lost. He's like, I'm done.
Quadrillion's a big number.
I started going to who's going to take Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a couple questionable places that wonder if they'd take Bitcoin.
Oh yeah. You were looking at who would take that stuff?
Yeah. Because there are, like you said, Steak and Shake, and there are some retail establishments coming around, a few. But I'm waiting for Johnny Zip Lounge to be able to take it. I'm waiting for Sonic to be able to take it. Because what I worry about is it's going to get so mainstream, the system will become overwhelmed, and suddenly it's not worth anything. That's what I worry about. Growing too fast, too soon.
It's possible, but here's, I think, what's driving all this institutional adoption, because it's not just Strategy. There are other companies doing the Bitcoin treasury model. There's now the talk of the federal government using it as a long-term reserve asset. The main value proposition for the time being is that it would be a long-term store of value. It is, the volatility is a feature in the short term, but over 5-10 years, it's the best performing asset in the last decade.
And that's what Saylor's pretty much
because it's not real.
How dare you say it's not real? How dare you?
Well, and then the question,
my mind has a hard time.
It's Fugazi.
Well, but the question that people are asking is like, if you got a bunch of money, how do you maintain that value? Like, do you pick your Mag 7 stocks and you get in early on NVIDIA and you get amazing returns, or you just put it into some index and try to keep up with the S&P? Or Do you buy land?
You
Do
buy
you
real
buy
estate.
warehouses? Do you buy houses? Do you buy gold? Do you buy art? And so the question becomes, how many folks are going to look at this and go, number one, you say it's not real, but the network is very real. And it has become the most powerful computer network ever created, and the most valuable. And a lot of things are going to be built on top of this. I almost think of it as like the backbone of a new digital economy. Helps all these other cryptos to flourish. So the question becomes, how many folks, especially with money, are going to say, all right, for long-term store value, I'm going to put this amount of money into Bitcoin instead of buying that next piece of art or that next warehouse or house or whatever.
Right.
And so when you look at that, the numbers differ. Let's call it $450 trillion worth of store value assets out there. Gold's market cap right now is 21 trillion. Does Bitcoin become essentially digital gold? Then you're looking at about $1 million a Bitcoin. And people like Michael Saylor is incredibly bullish. There are folks who obviously criticize him, think his model is a Ponzi scheme. It's like this magic money scheme. But his prediction is like, actually, this will always go up, but the return, the return will slowly start to come down though over time. There's initial adoption. You're still for the next few years going to get 30% return on the year. But then as it's pretty fully adopted, it'll probably keep up. And then you can go look up charts. People have done it. The M2 money supply, the Bitcoin price has essentially moved up with the money supply. Like it tracks almost damn near perfectly with the increase of the money supply. So, yeah.
Do you think it's the goal of the Bitcoin or cryptocurrency industry to replace the US dollar?
Right now, they're saying no.
I think so.
I think
but
so too.
There are a lot of old school folks in Bitcoin who said, it's always been the goal.
I think that would, that only makes sense to me.
Yes, it's always been the goal. So it'll be interesting to see it play out. 272-9228. If you want to get into that, you kind of put me on the spot. I was trying to look at on the fly for
very well
for Cantor Fitzgerald.
I'm trying to understand.
Well, and
I'd like to think of myself as financially sophisticated, but this stuff really blows my mind.
Well, and it gets into like what is money. Like there is an old story. I think it's called the Island of Yap. It was like pretty isolated from the rest of civilization, and their monetary system were these huge limestone discs. And on those discs, it essentially was allocated into portions. Mm-hmm. And without moving the disc, when you transacted for something, you just say, okay, that portion's now yours. And it worked for a long time. Now, it stopped working when I think the British come in and bring in a lot of new limestone. And so there goes your system.
Yeah.
But what if you could create something that's like that disc with a network with a fixed amount of, say, portions that you can't recreate? You can't just bring in more limestone. You can't just bring in more funny money on the digital computer, like through the Fed. Or in some cases, like you have gold, there's so much gold now, even if you have a big year of mining in gold, it still doesn't affect the price that much. So it's, I think it is real in the sense that all these networks that have existed through history are very real. Like these networks that built our world, even though it's not necessarily a thing you can hold in your hand. And you're like, well, what is it backed off of? Well, at the end of the day, it's all backed by trust and convention, obviously.
Yep.
But because you could look at something like that piece of gold and go, why do I even?
I don't want that.
Why do I? How am I going to pay for stuff with that?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Part of the end of time.
And it really, though, at this
cashless society.
Yep.
Yeah, at this point, I'm kind of like, number go up. So I think number going to still go up.
Joey's just selfish. He doesn't look out for everybody. He looks out for Joey.
272-9228.
I love how he doesn't even acknowledge your comments
He's
anymore.
so used to that kind of crap, it doesn't.
No, if I was just looking out for me, I'd shut up.
On a break, he'll go, well, you have to say that, man. It's going to hurt.
Well, you do say stuff that's hurtful. You do say stuff that's incredibly hurtful.
Never, not to my buddy.
I think we probably put everybody to sleep with all that Bitcoin talk.
I would love to see like a tracking and see if anybody's bought Bitcoin over the last 30 minutes. For some reason, there's a spike in Montgomery, Alabama with the Bitcoin.
No, what's driving me nuts is I can't find this these commercial loans by Cantor. I was asking Grok to explain it, and it's giving me a bunch of different things, but not what I was looking for. Oh well, 272-9228. This part of the program brought to you by Pest Pro Services, and they're at Pest Pro. Ashley and that fantastic team are ready to help you with any and all your pest control needs. And I love the model they've built where it's a monthly subscription.
Right.
That way you can control and actually budget for those pest control costs. And, that full package, you're looking at a water bill? It's pretty awesome. It really, I think, reasonably priced.
Oh, very much so.
And it starts with, you don't have to do the full thing. You can start with just basic pest control protection. You can add to that year-round termite protection, yearly inspection for termites. You can add to that mosquito treatments on the yard where they come out on a regular basis, peak mosquito season. So you got pets outside, you worry about them getting fleas, getting ticks, and they can do those treatments. Maybe you have a flare up with fire ants. They got your back. And so work with them, folks. I get so happy when I see one of those Pest Pro trucks driving.
I see them all over now.
It looks so good. Such a good wrap job. I wonder who did that for them.
They did a good job.
Really, really.
And they have
cool
such
stuff.
fun tags too.
Yes.
Everything has to do with bugs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a great company, man. I love Ashley to death. She's awesome.
And they're great local folks where you know how much Ashley is looking to help other small businesses,
Always.
Highlighting local athletics and helping nonprofits. She's just a great fixture in the community. And those are the folks you want to trust, the folks you want to work with, the folks you want to spend your money with. You can always learn more at ppsriverregion.com or just search for Pest Pro Services on the Book of Faces or just call them direct, 265-9990. That's 265-9990. When you want to know, call a pro, Pest Pro Services, and be sure to tell Ashley and the team that Joey and Eddie and throw in Madeline that we on the radio sent you. Now, one thing I'm already seeing that's pretty straightforward in terms of Bitcoin lending is there is now going to be stuff that straight up you can use it as collateral. Like I could take some of the Bitcoin I have, they'll give me a loan based on that as collateral. And it can't be rehypothecated. It's not like they're then taking my Bitcoin and promising it to other people. No, it's secured. So if I paid off, I still get my Bitcoin.
Okay.
But you're talking interest rates that are high.
Oh, I bet.
It's a lot of risk.
Now, if they have figured out, I think it's Jack Mather's company, figure out a way to do over $2 million Bitcoin collateralized loans for under 10%, which usually took us a lot of work, but we figured it out. So it's like there are many companies being stood up right now. There are some old school players that are jumping into the space. It's just something to and I've learned you can't really convince somebody else just sitting here. Like a lot of this has to be like you go play with it. You go research it yourself. You do the 100 hours.
He's challenging me right
that
now.
bug bites you.
Yes, he
and,
is. Laying it down on you. Hope you're ready.
Anyway, let's hit this break.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson with the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. So far this year, over 2,600 homes have sold and closed in the River region. 55% of these homes sold in 60 days or less, and sellers are receiving close to 98% of listed price. Over the last year, average prices in the River region have increased over 10% from last year. We do have more inventory now to show buyers before they purchase. There are homes in all price ranges available for buyers interested in moving. As a seller, it's a great time to sell through a realtor and gain access to many buyers, not just one or two. If you are a buyer, having more homes to pick from give you better choices before you buy. Our market is now more balanced between a buyer and seller market than we've seen since 2019. Get the facts, see the inventory, get a great local lender to help you, and an agent that's going to look after your interests. For all the facts, call Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group, 221-2883 or 551-0225.
It's Johnny from Sinclair's on Bond Road. We've been in business almost 30 years.
Sinclair's East, Vaughnette Taylor.
I think if you hadn't tried us, you should give us a try. We've got a great menu, offered anything from chicken fingers, wings, salads, fajitas. At lunchtime, we do great country lunch with different vegetables and different meats every day.
Sinclair's, where you get great sandwiches and our daily meat and 3 special at lunch, to great pasta, chicken, steaks, and seafood for dinner.
Our most popular items are, we got a soup called she crab soup, which is extremely popular. We've got a bunch of pasta dishes, which people love. Mediterranean chicken is my favorite.
Sinclair's.
We do live music, light stuff on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and then on Fridays and Saturdays, maybe 3-piece bands or 4-piece bands.
Come see why Sinclair's has seen lesser restaurants come and go over the years. Johnny Sullivan Sinclair's at the corner of Vaughn and Taylor. Find them on Facebook at Sinclair's East. Google search Sinclair's Restaurant. Sinclair's.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Cotton with the Good Feet Store. When you're on your feet all day, foot pain can feel endless and overwhelming. And when your job depends on your feet, it's even more critical to have the right support. Keith's story shows how Good Feet helped him get back on track.
Being a letter carrier and walking 20,000 steps, which equals up to about 10 miles a day, it's tough. I had back problems. That was scary. I've been delivering letters to the Good Feet Store for over 6 years. The people at the Good Feet Store really educated me and finally convinced me to try their arch supports. And lo and behold, I have no more back problems. Where I would be without them, I have no clue.
So if you're a letter carrier like Keith or anyone who's on their feet for a living, don't wait to find relief. Visit the Good Feet Store for a free fitting and test walk today. The Good Feet Store is in Montgomery, across from the shops at East Chase. Visit goodfeet.com to book your appointment today, or just stop by the store nearest you.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
They're more than pets, they're family. And while your furry friend is safe and loved at home, countless animals across the river region are still waiting for that same chance. That's why Blue Water Broadcasting and Marguerite's Exquisite Jewelry are coming together for the annual Paw It Forward Pet Drive to help local humane societies care for homeless animals in need. We're stuffing our Sprinter van full of supplies, and you can help. Drop off food, toys, blankets, and more at Marguerite's Exquisite Jewelry, 8163 Vaughan Road. They make it. They really make it. Paw It Forward today.
To find out how you can help, visit newstalk931.com.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
I'm Jim Smith with Adams Drugs, and what our customers say about our business is the most important advertising tool. I'm here with Ronnie Taunton, who is a longtime customer of Adams Drugs, moved away for 3 years, and came back to town recently. Ronnie, how easy was it to move your business back to Adams Drugs?
Jim, it was very easy. All we did was make a phone call to the store in Prattville. That's where we live now, and they took it from there, and I didn't do anything else.
What has your overall experience been like here at Adams Drugs?
Well, we are glad to be back with Adams. We've had quite an experience in some towns we lived in, and they have great service. You can tell that the employees are glad to be there to serve you, and I couldn't ask for any more. Whatever formula the Vinson family has, they need to keep it in a safe place because it's certainly working.
Come in to any of our 12 Adams Drugs locations. Visit us at adamsdrugs.net to find the location nearest you. Adams Drugs is your independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
This is David Ernest from the Health and Wealth Show. We like to cut up and have fun, maybe poke a little fun at some politicians. But we don't take ourselves too seriously. One thing we do take seriously is your personal finances and your plans for retirement. You can tell by listening, we're a little different. Yeah, we like to have a good time on the radio, but we're dead serious about your financial future and helping you achieve your goals. At Ernest Financial, we're committed to giving you the attention you need. We don't treat you like a number. You're way more important to us. At Ernest Financial, it's about helping you today and preparing you for tomorrow. People call us who are on the verge of retirement, and they know they need a plan for the future. No matter where you are in life, Ernest Financial will help guide your every step towards retirement. Give us a call and let us show you what our individual customer attention can do for your future.
Concerned about your retirement? Call David Ernest toll-free at 833-596-7233. That's 833-596-SAFE.
Hello, I'm Johnny Sullivan from Sinclair's Restaurant. We're almost 27 years, and our business is as good as ever, and I give credit to Blue Water Broadcasting for keeping us on the air and letting people know what we do. Advertising with them has been a huge help to our business. I've seen a uptick from day one. If you need to grow your business, I highly recommend you give them a call.
Radio reaches over 90% of everyone in the river region. Shouldn't your ads be out there where your customers are? Call us to find out more. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Weather, a service of H&H Carpets, where right now, get a load of this, listen close, you get a house full of carpet for $19.95 installed. Unbelievable. They're located at 6450 Atlanta Highway, just across from Walmart.
Rich Thomas weather.
Well, hi, everybody. The chances of running into a cooling evening shower or storm are relatively small. Most towns will get skipped. Very muggy tonight. Overnight low temperature in the mid-70s. Now, I think the rain chances will start to get a little bit better each day, Wednesday through Friday. We'll be watching the northern Gulf of Mexico for some possible tropical development. But still, the high temperature each day will be in the middle 90s. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
If it concerns your community, you'll hear about it on News Talk 93.1. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Again, this part of the program brought to you by Josh and Leslie Ryder. And I really encourage you folks, go look them up on Facebook right now. You can see a beautiful piece of jewelry, Leslie's new inventory. It's absolutely beautiful diamond lined bracelet in white gold. This is the sort of stuff. I mean, this is just a little sample of what they got over there. But go to their Facebook page, look up Dylan Rings. It's DYLAN Rings. And it is absolutely gorgeous. And I'm always impressed with what they throw out there. I admit I'm not always the classiest fellow, but one of these days, Eddie, I want to go, we'll get matching like funky fresh medallions or something.
I'm down.
Y'all have been talking about this for a long time.
I know.
Well, because we tried
I still
the
got my bracelet. Some of us couldn't even keep a bracelet going.
What?
Friendship, you know.
You still have your bracelet on?
Of course.
Even after working on that dump truck, on that,
yeah.
Sorry.
It's where you put your priorities, brother.
I still got it on my nightstand.
I would rather not be there. But...
Right next to where I lay my head at night. It reminds me of you.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you're looking for reminders of people you are friends with or you love deeply, or you're looking for something fun, something silly, could be like your daughter or your niece's first piece of jewelry, something like that.
That's really good.
It looks fun. It looks beautiful, but not going to break the bank. And from the high-end pieces there with the inventory to the everyday items that, again, won't break the bank, they got your back at Dylan Rings. And, of course, repairs, spa treatments, custom design work by Josh. The guy's a true artist, really great at what he does. Y'all check him out today. Just stop by 119 Brown Springs Road here in Montgomery, just off of Atlanta Highway. And be sure to tell him that Joey, Eddie, and Madeline on the radio sent you. Like, honestly, now I just want to, invite you over, put it on the 85-inch TV. It's like, watch Michael Saylor.
Oh.
I'm not saying he's right. I'm saying, listen to this. It's quite
I'm open-minded
interesting.
to it, yes.
It's quite interesting.
That's
And
what a lot of people say right before they join a cult.
Yeah, I know.
I'm very critical of it. You knew that going in.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's why I wanted you in on this conversation, because you think of it 10 different ways. I mean, me and Joey, I can't speak for Joey, but I see it as not an easy way to make money, but kind of an easy way I could get in on something at the lower end. At the beginning.
Yes.
And someone like you can say, Eddie, you should get in, or you might look at it and go, no, let's just watch Joey. And Joey should be a Bitcoin millionaire right now.
I should be.
I think that has a lot to do with his love for, you always love something you can't have.
Well, no, what I love is that I thought of in 2013, 2014, I had the idea of like, oh, I could just treat this like a savings account. And then I realized, oh, there's that tax event every time you transfer back into dollars.
Yep.
But what a world it would be if I could just treat it as a savings account. If I could just treat it like I have different types of money. I've got my spending money. I've got money I maybe lend out to people, but then I also have, I wish. And then I got the money that like I'm holding for kind of long-term value that I don't touch very often.
But actually gain interest.
And it wouldn't be like, oh, I have to go like jump into the stock market to keep up with inflation. This is what the dollar's lost 99% of its value over the last century. And that's the best performing fiat currency. You know, try Argentina, try Lebanon, try some of these other spots. And the idea came to me, and you're right, it is nerd city. It was a combination of like cryptography nerds and like tech nerds, along with libertarian nerds, like straight up anarcho-capitalists and whatnot, kind of met together and realized, oh, we can make this thing work. And one of the books I was introduced to is Nobel laureate Friedrich Hayek, famous Austrian economist. He had a book that came out called The Denationalization of Money. And he's trying to think through in the 1970s. Yeah, the central bank thinks bad because he's seeing like the loss in value over time. He's seeing the boom bust cycle because of issuing too much money and credit, trying to control interest rates from a central point. So he's like, okay, how do we get rid of central banks? And he came up with some interesting scheme where you would have competing notes based on a value of a basket of currencies, and it would be different issuers or whatnot. It would be amazing to see what somebody like that would look at this new technology. At the very beginning of the book, he describes how there's different wants and desires for money. Some people want money that they can just put under the mattress and over time it gains value.
Right.
Some people want money that's pretty stable, usually folks that are transacting all the time in business. And then some folks want money that loses its value, mostly people that borrow a lot of money, like our government. That way, that nominal amount you owe, not that much anymore. We still got it. And his idea is, okay, if you had a true free market of money, these three competing wants would all exist at the same time in tension with one another. And it's pretty crazy to think, okay, that's what we're about to get. Bitcoin is going to be your money that's your, I want to save, I want to store, I want appreciation. Eventually, if it gets full adoption, you're talking 7% a year. But it still appreciates. Then you're going to have the Genius Act they just passed with the stable coins that are pegged to the dollar. That's going to be essentially your spending money. And I think the average consumer is not even going to notice. It's going to be still like you tap your phone or you swipe your Visa card. And like, but on the back end, it's these new blockchains running these things. And then you're still going to have the dollar. You're still going to have government money, which will probably lose value, continue to lose value over time. But it's the government. We run this place. It's the most dynamic economy in the world. You see all that oil still under the ground? See all these assets we have here in this country? That's what the Interior Secretary Burgum's doing. Like, how do we monetize the balance sheet of the entire nation? So I think you're going to have that going forward. And so, yeah, very early on, I'm like, I think it could work. I don't know. I'm just some nerd trying to teach myself this crap. A pathetic autodidact. Anyway. Want to ask me about driving stick again?
No, sir. Not
Let's
at all.
go to Papa B.
Hey, Papa B. How are you today?
Oh my gosh, he's going to keep on talking. Fun. How much more about Bitcoin do you know, Joey? Never mind.
Don't. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm coming up with my own coin. I'm going to call it the Papa B coin.
Yeah.
I'm going to issue 21 million of them. There's not going to be no more of them ever issued. You know, you talking about fiat currency? This is the ultimate fiat currency. But, you know, who am I? I don't know. Maybe it'll work. It looks like it's working. I think there's a lot of people that have got rich on it. So
definitely a lot of interest in it. Yeah.
Yeah, but the Fed though is definitely the fiat. I'm telling you.
Oh, 1,000%.
Now I think there's been this saying that's been going around that says gold destroys the Fed, and I'm like, okay, I buy that. gold destroys the Fed. Well, I guess the first thing I would say is, you mean if I own the gold, as opposed, if I was able to trade in gold like I was a dollar, then, well, okay. So it's worth some increment of gold. $1 is worth some increment of gold. And it is for sure worth that. I can go to a bank and get it. That's worth. I guess. I mean, that's, my thinking. But then I started thinking about it. And I think old Papa B might have divined the reason. So I want you to know, y'all write this down just in case it happens like this. If we go in to Fort Knox, and we do of the Fed and the gold that they're supposed to have, and we find out that they've come up not just short but substantially short, do you know that any in the Federal Reserve will collapse overnight? Does gold destroy the Fed? Oh yeah, it does, especially if they ain't got it the way they say they do.
Yeah, but them and every other central bank say that's not how we come up with our valuations of our currency.
Yeah. They can say that all they want.
Oh, they buy a bunch of it too.
Yeah.
Well, if they can't account for large swaths of gold that they're supposed to have, that they say they're supposed to have, then are they trustworthy? No. I'm telling you, man, that will collapse the Fed right there. I don't know if it's going to happen like that, but I'm telling you what, we really need to know if they've messed with gold. And I don't know, Eddie, what do you think's left in those vaults?
I think it's a big empty
you think
warehouse.
It's just an IOU?
Yep.
Huh?
I don't even think it's an IOU. I just think it's a big empty warehouse. They weren't even nice enough to put a note. Yep.
Well, there's all kind of rumors swirling around it, but hopefully I'm wrong. I'd like to be wrong about something every now and then. Doesn't happen very often, but we'll see.
Keep the faith, man.
We'll see. It's just like it's incredible to see the institutional adoption of this thing that I was mocked for playing with 10 years ago, 12 years ago.
I know. I'm surprised and amazed by it. I got to be honest with you about it. And I thought, very seriously about buying some several years back, but just yeah. I don't know. I'm used to dealing with something more real, and I'm not used to being able to think, well, dang it, what if somebody else just decides to make their own Bitcoin, whatever they call it? What is that going to?
People have tried.
Yeah.
I don't know.
People have literally copied it, and it's just.
I know.
But you have to have it. It's not like the Bitcoins themselves; it's the network that you create.
Yep.
Right.
That's valuable.
I hear you. A government can do it, though.
They could try, but that's where folks wouldn't trust them.
Right.
Already don't trust.
That's the reason I do like about Bitcoin that I got to say, Joey, at least for the moment, is that it gives you autonomy. They don't get to tell you nothing.
Right.
The government cannot yank you around and say, well, we're going to cut off your money.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to come take away your wealth and your process. I like. But I just wonder how long that's going to last, Eddie. Eddie?
Once they become...
Is that going to last forever?
Nope.
That ain't going to last forever.
I think that's why they have big interest in it.
Yes, sir.
It's all about control.
All right, guys. Well, listen, enough about Bitcoin. I'm tired of talking about Bitcoin.
Talk to you tomorrow about it.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
See if I can be
Talk to you tomorrow about it.
12:05. We'll start our first
East
Bitcoin
of the
lecture.
Rockies. How you doing?
Hey, look, I know, I'm still trying to get over the idea of you and Eddie looking like Night at the Roxbury with your medallions on. But look,
where do you
Ozzy
go?
Osbourne died while we were talking, man.
Yeah?
Were you aware of that?
Yeah, we stopped the show and talked about it.
Yep.
Did you really? Okay, because I've been in and out of the truck. I don't know. Yeah, I'm devastated. I mean, I'm surprised that Tony Iommi outlived Ozzy because he had cancer like I did.
Yeah.
But Ozzy, man, he's gone, and so is it old age? What happened?
I haven't seen a reason yet.
Still haven't seen the reason, but
we'll see what the reason
might have been a
was.
planned event.
Yeah, well, I hope not. But anyway, he was an odd bird, and see, that's one of the things about us baby boomers, man. You can always point to guys like Ozzy Osbourne and say, "Yeah, see, that we can't completely depend on those guys, right, Joey?"
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, listen, I'm one of your boomer friends. You keep on keeping on, and we'll talk to you later.
Appreciate you, man.
See you,
Really
boomer.
do.
Have you been hating on the boomers? Why is
Yeah.
everybody telling us that they're what their generation is?
Joey dislikes the boomers because he's realizing
I dislike the boomer mindset. It's not about the boomers themselves.
he's mad because he thinks a boomer bought a house for like $5, and now they're trying to sell that house for $1 million. Joey just
Well, it's an investment, just like your Bitcoin.
Thank you.
And that brings me, have you seen this Coinbase commercial, Madeline?
I have not.
It's only 30 seconds. It's just it's interesting ad. That's
Okay.
what it is.
In 2012, you'd need 30,000 Bitcoin to buy this house. A decade later, it had only cost you 20 Bitcoin. And today, it could be yours for 5. If home prices keep falling in Bitcoin, why do they keep rising in dollars?
And of course, Coinbase is the major exchange, one of the major exchanges that looks into a lot of this stuff. So, yeah, you asked off air, is it appreciating? Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Got to hit this very quick break. Hopefully, have Ray Bowles on the other side.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Trust Montgomery's glass experts to provide you with fast and convenient service when and where you need it. Find out how affordable independent glass can be. Free estimates on storefronts, shower doors, furniture tops, plate glass window glass, plexiglass, custom beveled mirrors, residential or commercial services. You come to them or Independent Glass will come to you. Call Independent Glass 263-2823, 263-2823, or stop by 2047 Bell Street near the entrance to Maxwell. Independent Glass.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number 1 in the number 2 business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
News and talk without the static. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Go right to the phones. Talk to Ray Bowles from Prattville Carpet. Hey, Ray, how you doing?
Man, we are great. How about you guys?
Pretty good, man.
It has been, man, I've been busy today.
Yeah?
That's a good problem.
Well, not really. I took off the first that thing and emptied the rest of my attic, which I just, that's the worst part of moving.
Yeah.
Oh, you're moving?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't have
I don't know why I don't know why we put all our crap in the attic. Just throwing it away.
Because that's your way of forgetting about it until you're like, dang, I got to throw it away now. Yeah.
Yeah. My personality, they call me Throw It Away Ray. Angie's personality is not at all. So for years when the girls were little, I drove an old junky minivan when we started in business because that's all I could afford. And I love Walt and Charlene, my in-laws, but they'd bring us the biggest, crappiest toys for the backyard, right?
It's an in-law thing.
And then one day Angie walks in the backyard. She says, "Man, Ray, this backyard looks great." I said, "I know. I threw all the crap away." And she says, "What? That my parents gave me that." I said, "No, your parents gave that to me, and I discarded of it." And she's like, "They're gonna be so angry when they come over." I said, "Well, just don't bring them back out.
Keep them in the house."
Solve 2 problems.
That's right.
So, yeah, because every day I would get up, I'd back up the minivan to the gate, I'd open the back, throw some toys in there, shut it, bring it to the work, and throw it in the dump.
It's like the anti-Santa Claus.
Can you come by my house, Ray?
That's why people call me Throw It Away Ray, because if I don't have a use for it, I'll give that joker away. You got to see my garage. It's spotless.
Awesome.
Yeah. So if you want help throwing stuff away, we will move your furniture for free. We'll throw the stuff on the back of the truck for free if you want to get rid of it. We'll change out the floors, and next thing you know, you've got a brand new house with a brand new floor. Everything's been moved for you. And we make it so simple, and it all starts with a phone call. 285-8117.
And be sure when you call it 285-8117 to tell them you heard Ray Bowles on the radio. Throw away Ray himself.
And I can tell you one thing, this new house, it's got a pull-down attic. Nothing is going up in that hole.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Zero.
How often does Throw Away Ray at work? Like 10 hours a day?
No, Angie's not going to go up a ladder.
Oh.
So I got her on that one.
Oh.
Yeah,
Smart thinking.
I've already made the declaration. I said nothing ever is going up in a hole again. My back is still hurting from handing stuff down.
I bet.
Yeah,
rough
I'm
day
done.
as we get older. Yeah.
All right, guys. Y'all have a great day.
You too, brother.
Appreciate you, Ray. What is wrong with you?
Nothing is wrong with me.
There's
What's
a
wrong with-
lot wrong with you and that reaction.
He cut his eyes at me, and he was trying to get me.
And he
to
was
be
like,
mature
started
with him.
giggling.
You
Yeah.
could see through my transition lenses.
Yeah, I could.
Anyway, we got to get out of here. Thank y'all for tolerating me. I blame you for saying, "Oh, explain the Bitcoin thing."
Boy, lessons learned.
Yeah, that's it's just I'm a fellow millennial, and great seeing you, Madeline.
Thank you for having me. See you again in a couple weeks.
Time flew by.
That's right.
Back tomorrow.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM.